All right, we are officially live. I actually just added a new song that was kind of catchy.
You did.
So we should be live. I don't even know what I named the stream today.
Something about art tips and fun, I think. That has to do something with
Welcome. I don't know, maybe. It was non-specific.
that. Non-specific.
Oh, how is everybody doing?
I'll draw a little Mickey.
Welcome, Pancakes, Lexi, Dahlia, Salem, Artinum.
Artinum.
Artianum.
I think it's Artium because
Artium.
I think the N
Yes.
was just kind of there for some reason.
Lily. You fixed the upside down trees. I did. I
Oh,
fixed
you
them.
did.
I fixed them yesterday. You know what I did before I fixed the trees though? I did this.
What did you do?
I did that. Whoa.
Yeah.
Chat. Oh no.
Oh, no,
What
I'm
happened to
falling.
us?
We're on our feet. We're hanging by our feet. Awesome, Dahlia. It looked really good. Looked really good so
Oh.
far.
Y'all are upside down. Yo. I did see that you did something, but I haven't actually checked the Discord server, so I'll have to check that out.
I think you'll like it.
Well, y'all are upside down. Drew a man today.
You drew
Very
a man
nice. I mean,
today.
I'm sorry for your loss,
Who said that?
staff.
Oh, that's funny.
That would be like a thing that Lau would say, like, I drew a man today. So I do have to say, we actually had another alcohol marker brand reach out to us via email.
Ooh-hoo.
And I went and checked them out, and they seem to have really, really good reviews. And I didn't see any sort of AI stuff.
Ay.
So we will probably respond to their email. The first brand of alcohol markers, I was like, I saw
Sus.
some of their like promotional images on Amazon, and I was like, some of this is definitely AI. And I didn't really feel like being affiliated with that. But the second brand has a lot of really good reviews, and I didn't see anything like that. Yeah, sponsorship, it might be like a Huion thing where it's like
Where they just kind of have
they
it.
send us a box of them for free and we just try it out. Yeah. But. Should we listen to Christmas music today?
Yes, absolutely. Let's do it.
What do you think, chat? Yay or nay Christmas music? Are y'all feeling the Christmas spirit, or screw Christmas?
Screw Christmas. I want to draw
Yes,
Miki
yes.
salivating for meat. Yeah, but I really like the expression that you drew her in for a long time ago, and I'm trying to emulate that, but I'm having a hard time. Oh, that's cute.
How does one draw this good?
Oh, thank
practice
you.
a lot.
Practice a lot, yes.
You know, practice a lot. Practice the fundamentals. Oh, we moved Kitty Cam, didn't we?
We did move Kitty Cam.
Hold up.
Does it feel like reflex drawing an OC since you've drawn them many times? Oh yeah, it's like a reflex at this point. It's like muscle memory. You're like, oh, what's this? I just accidentally drew a Miki, I guess, which is Colton's character, So, yeah, it feels like reflex drawing, honestly. If it's like a harder design where you have to like think about a lot of stuff, then maybe not so much. But Miki's design is pretty simple, which is, why she's so great, right? She's just a girl with a ponytail. And
What are you
with
side-eyeing?
extroverted look. Hi, Apple. Feel like the Christmas
for
spirit
sure.
gets closer and closer. Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't had Christmas music playing at this point, but better late than never. It's also because our Christmas playlist isn't really all that long, but
Yeah.
whatever.
By the way, we got a video on hands going up in, I don't know, like 15 minutes or something. We can put it up in like 15 minutes, but
Let's do it.
hands. How long is that video anyways?
Like 11 or 12 minutes.
Awesome.
It's not super long, like 30 minutes long, thank goodness. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to make a shorter video that's not 30 minutes long. But yeah. We're doing good. Raisin. Oh, that's kind of cute. You know,
Raisins.
I was just gonna say what if Ray's nickname was like a raisin.
Crusty raisin. Huh?
A raisin brand. That'd be kind of funny, honestly.
Da 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 da.
Here, finally had help.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, Davis. Hello, I feel the Christmas spirit. Get
Heck
closer.
yeah.
Yes. What Christmas art lesson are we getting?
You know, we haven't decided what, but you know, y'all can suggest them, and we'll if it's interesting, you know, maybe we'll talk about it. So feel free to maybe ask some questions, because we were like, what do we teach today? And we're like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But
How do we feel about AI art? I don't think it's art. I think it's generated imagery.
yeah.
And it's not anything that I'm really interested in, because I don't know. I make art to enjoy the process of creating and, you know, challenging myself. It's kind of like if someone were to go to the gym with like an exoskeleton so they can lift heavier weights, it would sort of defeat the purpose of lifting weights to improve yourself. And so, yeah, I'm not really that interested in it.
Has anyone ever seen cartoon meat like this in real life? You know, like, I mean, what kind of part of the cow or pig would this even be? You know?
Yeah, Luffy
meat?
Luffy meat. Oh, I need to go to the gym today.
Bro, that's late.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point I'd be like, I don't feel like going to the gym today.
Struggling with between teens head and adult head. Any pointers?
You know, are you talking about male or female?
You can move your microphone.
Oh yes, I keep forgetting. We do have some stuff on that. A teen male and an
adult male.
An adult male. We also have a teen girl and and adult woman. But you know, we can talk about that. Yeah, thank you, Julio. And we actually are going to be we have some of these 3D modeled. If you're interested in having some of these 3D models, which will include 5 heads, all of different head types, you know, you can DM us saying you're interested. But yeah, who was the one that is confused about the
YouTube.
YouTube? Okay. I guess I can't find it, but you know, maybe I'll just.
Its ships are wonderful. They set it way up there.
Yes, but I was wondering if it was like male or female.
They never said.
It don't. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, sure, we can talk about that. Let's do adult, because I feel like adult is actually easier for a benchmark, because when you know like the general average, you can always like tweak it.
Meow meow meow. I actually recognize your username. You were one of the people who viewed our streams the longest the other day, weren't you? You're number 3 right now.
Wow, sick.
Crazy. But anyways.
Okay, with me, we can go over both. Can we go over both? Yeah, sure. So like, adult heads will have. I want you to write this down, because I feel like people. It's good to write things into words so that you can remember. So adult heads. Adult features are smaller. Smaller features. You know, they have longer heads, larger. Well, let's say larger heads. How about that? Larger heads.
They are larger.
Yeah.
But not proportionally.
Not proportionally, like.
So it might be a little bit. Is it even worth saying larger? I guess, like, they are technically larger, but they're not larger in proportion to the body.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you're talking about like an 8 or an 8.5 figure, like tall head. 8 or 8.5 heads figure.
I would say like maybe the jaw and the cranium is like longer in comparison to the teenager.
Yeah, like they're definitely larger. Like your head grows. Like if you put your head next to a kid's and you're an adult, the kid's head will be smaller.
Yeah.
But you will also be a lot taller. So proportionally to your body, your head will take up less space than their body.
Yeah, maybe we could just say head is more developed. Head is developed.
So it's like this. It's bigger, but so is everything else.
Yes, exactly.
So it's actually smaller in relation to the body.
Yeah. If you're doing adult male, you know, stronger jaw. Typically. Stronger angles in features. So like you can just write this down for now. So like anytime you're drawing a character and you're accidentally starting to make them into a teen character, you're like, okay, does this drawing match my description of an adult male, for example? It'd be like, okay, well, yeah, like my gut instinct is to make my face look like this. Why doesn't this look like an adult? Oh, that's kind of creepy. Why? Ask yourself why. Well, it's because eyes are too big. Features, all this stuff feels kind of like really big in the face. So like, there's that, there's that's missing. Head is developed. This doesn't feel developed. It feels very round, right? So like, okay, that's not making it look adult. And stronger angles.
You're right. I didn't ping the Discord, did I? I was busy preparing a new YouTube video to publish. So let me go here and go to compliment and then just go animate drawing tutorials.
Yeah.
There we go.
So like you need all these things added up to create an adult male head or female head even. So you can just draw a circle, and this we're gonna cover like more adult features. So like this circle right here is a great measuring tool because this right here is the bottom of your nose, bottom of nose. It is the bottom of ears.
Dragon Heart Animations. Hello, welcome.
Hi. And this is also the bottom of your cranium. So, 3 in 1, right? Bottom of cranium.
Yeah, we have a number of questions building up, so just whenever you're ready.
Yeah, sure. So then all you have to do is just be like, okay, well, this is my nose, and my eyes are about halfway. You can just take this length, measure it down, and this feels pretty good for an adult male face. Feels structured, because there's not a lot of because the chin is not short, we have a lot more wiggle room for the jaw to develop. So, that automatically feels like an adult head. What were the other questions, by the way?
Just something I want to get to answering. They're kind of unrelated.
Okay.
They're just getting pushed up by other...
If you want to go ahead and answer it, sure, you can do that.
So it says, hello, I have a two-part question. Is this your full-time job, or do you have another full-time? If so, how do you manage both? No, this is the only thing that we do right now. Christine and I run classes. We live stream, and we do one-on-one mentorships with students, and then any other stuff that comes up, whether it's like commissions or whatever. So yeah, it is what we do right now. But it's not what we used to do. I used to do concept art for games, and I would juggle concept jobs and also what we were doing.
Yeah.
But Christine and I are kind of fortunate. We started publishing classes online in 2019, so we were making like side income from that the whole time pretty much because we got into making classes online very early, all the way back in 2019.
Yeah.
So, this is, a combination of being very fortunate because we were in the right place and right time. And also, we've been planning this for a really long time. Ever, like even let's say 2016 and 17, I was already kind of planning on getting into teaching online. So we, we're preparing to that. We've been doing this almost 10 years. Like,
really? That's
not this specifically.
Yeah.
But like planning the course that we are currently on, we've been planning it for a super long time. You'd be amazed what you can accomplish when instead of going like, I need to do this in 3 months, you go, if I had 10 years to do this, how would I set myself up to succeed later? Like you just open up so many more possibilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, if that was a little bit of a long-winded answer. How do you draw muscular bodies on males and females? That could be kind of fun to cover if you want.
It can be kind of fun. Remind me if I don't cover that question, remind me, ask it again. So yeah, here's an adult male face. The proportions, look how small the eyes are in comparison to the whole head. Look how long the nose is. It's because, you can't, when you have like a really long face like this, it's really, unless you want to go like uncanny valley, if you like stretch your whole entire features, down here, it's going to look kind of weird, right? So we want to be like, if this is an adult,
hey,
smaller.
Yeah. Saf, mods have full permission to mute you if you get spammy. Just letting you know. Lau, Dahlia, any of the mods, full permission to mute spammy people, no matter if they're regulars or not, with no consequences. Blast away.
So should the eye be about one eye apart? It depends. It depends. Like, yeah, generally for like an adult, like maybe, I mean, if you took this measurement and moved it over, it's about one eye length apart. It just depends on what you want though. So yeah, I would say about for an adult. But when you have like a teen, for example, like this character, you know, that's not really one eye apart anymore. That's actually, the eyes are a little bit closer together because they're bigger. So now, you know, now let's move on to the teen. But the teen guy and the girl, it's actually pretty similar. There's just like minor differences. And I'll probably do a female one as well. So, teen, jaws. If you look at this, you can see that the teen head is actually shorter. The cranium is larger in comparison to the chin. You can see that all these features are much softer. Once again, this is all stylistic preferences. But notice how like chiseled the guy is right here. Lovely. He's been mewing for a very long time. But here, you can see that everything feels a lot softer, a lot rounder. You know, chin's probably a little bit pointier because it's more aerodynamic. So you can say instead of the jaw being super long, you can shorten it a little bit. And then smooth out the transition. So keep in mind that when you're drawing heads, it's not like going straight down like this, right? We don't necessarily want that. It's a little bit primitive. I don't know, for lack of a better word. So you want to angle it down a little bit. Angle it down so we have that nice like tapering effect, and then taper it down even more. And there we got, a teen guy head.
Yeah, this is an iPad Pro 13-inch.
Yes.
And it's Procreate. What time do we usually go live? About 5. We went live about 40 minutes later than usual today, but usually about 5 p.m. Pacific. Or Mountain Time, which is where we are, but nobody is Mountain Time, so we say Pacific.
Yeah.
Wait, is it 5 Pacific or is it 4 Pacific?
4 Pacific.
4 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
Because we're not actually lined up with them anymore. This isn't really related to drawing. How did you guys become partners for this business? When I see courses like this, it's usually a company instead of a duo. Yeah, a lot of the time companies will hire artists to teach a class. Christina and I are like grassroots with what we do. We have a really big passion for teaching, and so we decided to start, our own brand. We self-published both of our books.
Yeah, we did.
And we do everything ourselves.
Yep.
Maybe we expand later on.
Here's one of our books. You can get on Amazon.
But yeah, that's one of them. I find that it a fascinating topic, Hi, MJ. Wish my account can go viral. Practice, do a lot. Like,
make content.
None of our content used to go viral.
Yeah. Yeah,
and now most of it does because we worked, really hard at it, studied a lot, tried a bunch of different things, found out what people like to watch, how to hold people's attention, how to make engaging and interesting openings to content. Maybe making something really controversial will make you go viral. We haven't reached that point yet where we need to step into that. Are you guys in a relationship? Yeah. We are married.
So
Christina's gonna do her thing.
Yes. And you can feel free to interrupt me whenever, because I know that we have a lot of questions and stuff. And so in contrast, here we got adult male features. Smaller features, the head is more developed, means stronger angles in features, jaw lines, etc., stronger neck. For teens, it's a little bit of the opposite. You basically start like decreasing in age, right? So you have a larger cranium. It's more towards like an infant, like a child. Children have more larger craniums. They have larger eyes. Now, and they have a shorter chin. But because, you know, teens in anime are in the more developmental stage and they are very stylized, they can still kind of still look like children anyways.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that's the whole thing about anime, right? It's like the margin or like the lines are kind of blurry, you know, until you get to like the 20s, right? Which, you know, all of a sudden once a character in an anime reaches like their 20s or 30s, they look like this instead of this.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of the time. But
yeah.
I mean, there's always exceptions. Like there's
There is.
no hard rules with it.
Yeah, there isn't. Like you can have a teen guy face that looks longer. Totally fine. This will be great for like a young adult, like an 18, 19-year-old. You know, this is all up depending on you.
Yeah. But at the same time, like there's obviously getting better at art.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can obviously improve, and you have to have some sort of
A basic.
a fixed or relatively fixed point that you can use to gauge, and then later you can do more stylized character design stuff.
Yeah. So because the cranium is larger and we got like a little bit less headspace, you know, that way we can actually make the character a little bit cuter. So larger features would, you know, generally look pretty good. You know, this kind of reminds me of like Kahlua or Gon from Hunter x Hunter, this kind of vibe. Mouth and nose can be higher on the face because of it creates a more youthful effect.
Are you guys planning on going to certain conventions? Maybe at some point.
Yeah, maybe at some point. It'd be really cool.
Yeah, it would be kind of fun to do that.
Now here's the thing with teen male and teen female is that anime faces can be kind of androgynous. So like these two can share features. That's why I can turn this male, like teen male, into a girl anytime I want. The only difference is like, you know, more added makeup. So like the female can have larger eyes as well, but they can also have more defined lashes. They can have a softer look. You know, this is all like stylistic shape language stuff, but like, you know, this feels like a girl because of like the more slanted nature, because of the lashes, for example. You know, maybe the expression feels more feminine. The angles here feel more feminine, for example. It's all about context. So like this feels like a female until I go in and, let's say, take out the lashes. And now it looks like, you know, a different male face.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But like so much of this your brain recognizes through context as well.
Exactly.
What are they wearing, right?
Yeah.
What is the hairstyle? Like there's so much that is done through context.
Yeah.
Like contextual information.
You need context clues.
So like, and in all honesty, it's like, oh, this is a female eye. It's like, well, if you put it on a guy, it'd look completely normal, right?
Yeah.
Like, so a lot of the drawing is context based on things that come later as well. Colors, vibes, context of the scene,
Intentions.
posing.
You know, probably a really popular adult male hairstyle is where it's kind of slicked back, you know. You know, that this makes it even more masculine because it's really highlighting the sleekness of the head and all that stuff. So like even hairstyle gives context. So it's like creating an adult or a teen face. It's all about like knowing your intention, knowing how much you want to push.
Hi, Ginny.
Hey, Ginny.
When I'm drawing, I'm always having like an off-centered eye that looks like it's kissing the sides, and other one that is literally in perfect shape, like in between the side part of the dance. I don't know what that typo is, and the nose.
I would, at that point, like, if one eye looks perfect and the other eye doesn't, I'd just, like, let's say if my eye looks like this. I'd be like, you know, this one looks pretty perfect. And the beautiful thing about digital is, like, you can be like, okay, I'm just gonna.
If you're doing digital.
If you're doing digital.
If you're doing traditional, you know, probably set up maybe a little bit better guidelines.
That's true.
Or just be like, I learned from it.
Yeah.
Let's try again.
Mm-hmm. You know.
Or eraser if you're drawing with pencil.
What you can do is maybe what comes out is because you have a lack of guidelines, right? So let's say like draw the center line of your face, especially if you're doing a front view. Then what you're gonna do is put little tick marks of where you want the eyes to end. So okay, I want my eyes to end here and here because we do want a little bit of gap between the actual head and the end of the eye, right? Because that's what happens with us. So okay, then this is where I'm going to place my eyes. Oh, we don't have to think about this anymore. We don't have to guess how big we want our eyes to be. Now we know, right? And this can always be changed, right? Because what if I'm like, okay, I draw my eyes here. But like, you know, what if oh, that's creepy. But like, what if it's not really the thing that I want? Well, that can easily be changed by erasing and starting again. But like, you just have to try. This guy looks horrifying. You know, let's make this a character. You know, let's go in and say, you know, this guy is. He reminds me of like Illumi from Hunter x Hunter. Let's give him some sleepless eye bags and a hooked nose, perhaps. There we go. Interesting character. So like, yeah, I would say add the tick marks. Your tick marks are going to help you a lot more. Set yourself up for success. And even if it doesn't work, just keep trying. This guy, oh, he could look good with the bowl cut, actually.
Yeah, it would kind of look good. Now he's like an older mob.
Yeah, like an older mob. Older mob. That's true. There we go. Traumatized mob. Illumi mentioned. Oh, I guess I started something. Any tips on side, face, view, eye, and lip placement? It's going to actually be the same as your front view. So like if your eyes are halfway, that's the same as on a side view. If your brow is a little bit higher, and this is like the ratio of your nose and your mouth, like just take this measurement. I think eyes easiest, which is generally halfway, unless, you know, just generally halfway. And then your brow to your chin, halfway is a nose, halfway of this is the mouth generally, maybe a little bit higher than that, depends on your style. And you translate that same proportion to a side view. Let's see here. You know, I teach this a lot in our anime art school, in our heads and faces class. So this is why I just teach this over and over again, because proportion is very important. So like, let's take this and let's say, okay, let's grid this over. There's the bottom of my cranium, so I'm just gonna place that in here.
Any way to practice these? Just make hundreds of heads. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Where's my iPad at? Can you grab it?
Right here.
It's probably completely dead, isn't it?
Yes, it's completely dead.
Okay, can you plug it in? Because I'm not over there.
Yeah, I can do that.
Why do iPads like die for no reason? It's like they're like when they're not on.
Yeah.
Like you come back the next day, it's like 30% of the battery is completely gone. Can you open it so I can see when it turns on?
Yes, absolutely. So, okay, let's literally just like translate these same proportions. This is actually kind of like drawing in an orthographic view, which is great for like character references. So just drag the lines over, drag the lines over, drag the lines over. You know, this may not be the most accurate, but you know, you're just trying things out, right? Here is your. Ooh.
I need to get this past you.
Okay.
I just want to be able to show it without having to wait an hour for this to charge. Okay.
So here's your eyes. Eyes are actually more inset. They're actually not bulging out like this, like Luffy, right? We don't have eyes that go beyond our head. It's actually more sunken in because we have eye sockets. Looks like this. Add a little bit of room.
Yeah, but anyways, ships, yeah, I mean, that's what I decided to do. I'm doing like a 1,000 anime heads challenge right now, and I just do them in sets of 25 on one big canvas. This is my first set of 25. I do everything from studying to drawing things from imagination. There's Jun to, you know, partially referencing, who was that? Kobeni,
yeah.
you know?
That one's cute.
Like, I'll study, and then I'll do my own thing, and then I'll just do pages and pages. Like, here's Tira.
Oh, so cute.
Here's more June.
So cute.
And I'm just doing 1,000 of them because, you know, if you want to get better at something, do a lot of it. Like, it's required, right?
Look at that. Look at that. That sassy face. You should draw Miki with that expression. It's pretty cute.
Yeah, just lots and lots and lots of studying.
You've definitely improved a lot with your
Yeah, these are
faces.
old.
These are cute. What are your most recent ones?
I don't even have them on my iPad. I don't even put them anywhere really. Well, yeah. So what is this? This is number 119. Some of them are studies, some of them are from imagination. That one's kind of like half and half. And I don't post these anywhere. These are strictly just to help like improve and get better and grow. So I'll just do tons and tons of them.
Oh, I love this one. You ate all my Takis?
No, Mickey.
Oh, look, there's free run. Ooh. Oh yeah, you were practicing male and female, adult female faces.
Yeah.
I love
There's
those
Abby.
ones. Those ones are great.
Oh yeah, 100. I've actually done 300 something. I only have like the first 175 on my iPad. Done like 330 something, I think.
Here's a brush that we use for free. It's on our website, drawanime.com. It's a link in our profile. So yeah, you can get it for free there.
Yeah.
Take a screenshot.
Where the heck are all of them anyways, dude?
I don't know.
Maybe I should go like screenshot them and save them out.
We'll finish all the lessons in week 2. My voice got weird. And we'll practice a whole bunch. I shall get better. Heck yeah, Ships. Yeah, you have anime art school now, don't you?
Yeah, and it's just like something that I've been working on for a long time. I've probably been doing the 1,000 heads for like over a year. I should honestly pick up the pace. It's been over a year and I'm averaging like less than 1 a day, which is horrible.
So yeah, all you have to do is just map the proportions over. So your brow comes out, then goes in, then goes out again for your nose, then goes back in, and then your upper lip comes out. Your lower lip does not go out like this unless you want it to. It actually goes a little bit under your lower lip, your upper lip. Sorry. So there should be like a general diagonal direction, and then out comes your chin again. And then there is your side profile features. You know, we had this in one of our TikTok videos, so you can check it out. We also cover like different types of side profiles. But like, you know, this is just very general. But that's how you would map out heads in a side view with front view proportions, because they're all the same. Just because you change perspective doesn't mean the proportions change all that much.
I mean, they squish like left and right, but up and down, they're the same.
Yeah. My strategy is, if you want to get better, you have to practice, and that gets me going. Yeah. Lower lip is supposed to go down. I always confuse why it looked strange. Yeah, well, like, I mean, you can definitely have mouths that are puffy like this. Totally fine, if that's your character. If you want them to look more like a traditional anime side profile, you're going to have this happening, right? This is where the lip is about the same height, or not same height, the same protrusion, you know, creates puffier lips. This one is more like a little bit deflated, and it's actually kind of angled because your lips is basically a sphere or a ball, and you cut a piece of the lip out, cut a wedge out. And so what happens is this comes out, this goes in, this goes out, like that. And you're basically reflecting that in here.
The Sakura card captor.
Yeah.
I drew a couple of Sakura for studies. Come on. Turn on! Thank you. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? It's so funny.
But like, it's those little things, right? It's a little like nuance, right? Because with most side views, I mean, this is how I used to draw side views. I literally used to draw them like this, and I'd be like, why does this doesn't look like a side view? And I was like a kid at the time. And then the more I drew side views, the more I'm like, oh, this comes out, this goes down a bit, diagonal direction. It's very subtle, but like once you actually do get the hang of this, you're like, oh, I'm getting much closer to what I want. Disabled baddie. You know, I actually really, that's a really fun username. What are good brushes in Procreate? I don't know. I only use this one brush, which you can get for free here on our website, drawanime.com. That's the only brush I use for Procreate, because it's just that good. For especially like just sketching and drawing in general. Plump lips, like bigger lips. Yeah, actually, you know, funny enough, I did draw lips and colored them in our anime art school. Just show you really quick. You know, we have some features here. This is in the front view, but you know, the concept still applies. There's like puffier lips for dark skinned people, you know, like this one for example. So what I would do is for puffier lips, they're kind of like sausages. Like here's a sausage that's kind of bent, and here's another sausage. There's puffy lips. Like totally valid. These are great. These are so awesome because they're like really just such a cool shape. And then you could start with this concept, right? But then you can like say, okay, well, I don't want it to be super sausage-like. Maybe I just want it to be like modified just a tiny bit. So like let's say, and it's all about form drawing too. Don't think about like lips. Don't think about eyes or nose. It's about like what's the form, right? Because the lips, eyes, noses, they're loaded words. They come with a lot of like expectations, a lot of background information that your brain is trying to comprehend. So like instead of viewing lips like puppy lips like sausages and the form, and you're focusing on the form, you're thinking, oh, this is my idea of lips in my brain. Now I'm trying to translate that into something that's kind of manageable and different styled, and it's just too much to comprehend. So you're like, nope, sausage on the bottom. And if I want to change it, I can say, okay, I want this to be a little bit sharper and maybe have a little bit of a wave. So like the form goes out, then comes in kind of sharply, right? So like, yeah, I can say, hey, I want my lips to be a little bit more rectangular. And maybe this bottom lip should be a little bit more like thicker. And sometimes they even have like a little M shape at the bottom, or M form. So like, that's stuff to think about. That's stuff to make things look more like lips of any kind of size, really. And the good thing is with lips is that the bottom lip will almost always have like a very similar shape. There's always going to be like this kind of this shape. The upper lip is the trickier one because there's like this centerpiece. The centerpiece dips down and it looks like a little bird. So like here's lips.
How do you foreshorten shapes like eyes in different perspectives? So dimensional drawing is going to help the most out of pretty much anything. Like if your ability to think and draw in three-dimensional space, that's absolutely massive. It's absolutely massive to be able to do that. It's like a magic ability. It's like a secret unlock ability that you can get. So like whenever Christina's drawing these heads, they're all in 3D. She's not thinking so much about the shapes as she is if this were like a three-dimensional sculpture in front of her. Like she's drawing around it as it's going away from her. So when she draws eyes at an angle, you want to draw eyes at an angle.
Yeah, which angle? Just any kind of angle?
An angle where one's getting further away.
Okay.
She's thinking about the three-dimensional space.
Like this is in front. This is going away from us. So like this, I'm kind of tapering.
Eyes, plural.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I don't know if there was enough room over there.
Yeah, there wasn't enough room. I'll just draw it again. There we go.
So you can see that the far shape of the eye is similar to a triangle. So she may start with a triangle, but in her mind, she's really going, this is further away from me. This is on a curved surface of the face, and it is further away. And so you can memorize certain shapes in order to get you in the ballpark, but then the dimensional drawing takes over.
Yep.
And so it really just comes down to, what was the sheet of paper, the curved sheet of paper?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's probably a pretty good example.
I think it's a really good example. Yeah. So, like, as you curve this around, you're kind of, like, imagining these wireframes that you're following. So, like, this curve will kind of match this curve a little bit. It'll kind of, like, gravitate towards that. that perspective. Like even the lower lid of the eyes will like kind of go in that direction.
Hey, Maisie. Good to see ya. Maisie's like the like the Tira. Like,
Oh yeah.
Maisie always comes by and says hi.
But like this right here is the eyeball, so like that's round. So like the edge of the eye will kind of mimic or kind of surround that area. This goes around, and then this goes around. So all these are like very subtle wrapping lines. There we go. Even the eyelid and the brows are showing the form, going like this. And if you want to like turn this into a head, you're like, okay, well here's my brow ridge. I know that right after my eye comes the cheekbone. Generally around here is like my chin. Oh, there we got a face. Here's our mouth. And even the mouth wraps around the form. Like, it's not just a line that's like straight or like this. I mean, you could, but it's like, oh, this line, this is a guide. Follow it. That looks like Abby, actually. So everything has form, even if you don't necessarily see it.
Yeah, that's why form drawing is so important. Yeah. Like if you watch any like anybody who's at like a really high level and they teach, they're always talking about form drawing. Like literally, go watch like any of like Art Wad's videos, right? That guy's like a pro, like a professional concept artist. Everything is form drawing. And you go look at any of these like really good anime artists, like who like stream on YouTube or TikTok or wherever. Like I'm talking like, you know, like the really good ones, like the pros. Every single thing that they draw is in 3-dimensional space. It's like they're literally like building with Legos. They're building with like 3-dimensional volumes. They're always drawing around the form. They're always thinking like, this is going forward in space. This is going backwards in space.
Did you want people to see that?
Nope.
No. Okay. Definitely check in. Can't be distracted. What time are y'all usually live?
Right now.
Right now, like around this time. Like 4 p.m. Pacific. Beast Boy, it kind of does look like Beast Boy, doesn't it? What would you say to someone who is stuck watching tutorials and doing practices but not improving in their art? Probably not practicing enough. Like stuck watching tutorials, I would say just go draw stuff. Draw a lot of stuff. Buy a sketchbook, fill the entire thing. Like I would say if you're doing that, get a sketchbook that's like, I don't know, 60, 100 pages. Fill the entire thing from cover to cover before you watch one more tutorial. Just draw and try stuff. Draw roots, draw trees, draw animals, draw everything. Like start building your own experimental ground yourself. Like unhook yourself from tutorials and content and just draw a lot. And like try stuff. Just like find ways to show things like you're like just by yourself. That's not saying don't use any reference, right? I'm saying like draw things from reference. Draw rocks and trees and roots and people and everything. Yep.
Right? You can use Pinterest, you can use real life, you can draw clothes. Like you will astound yourself at how much you'll actually discover on your own just trying different stuff.
Yeah.
Like you'll go, "Oh my gosh, I just realized that this is like that," or "Wow, I just saw the shape of this thing. That's kind of interesting. I never noticed that before." Like if you have an over reliance on tutorials and videos, just like break it by going and trying stuff. Draw literally anything you want. Like just try stuff with no fears. Fill a whole sketchbook. You'll literally astound yourself and be like, "What the heck? Like I learned something just by trying stuff."
And I didn't have to watch a tutorial.
Not a lot of learning actually gets done watching tutorials. Like you get like these epiphanies that happen. That's like, oh my gosh, something just clicked. But then you go to drawing and like you only really get better at drawing by drawing.
Yep. Do you want to post the YouTube video now?
Sure. if you want.
Yeah. I just thought I'd remind you.
Digital or physical paper. Either or.
Either
whatever
or.
you want.
Mm-hmm.
A line is a line. A square is a square. Whether it's on a screen, it's literally just up to personal preference, whatever you like doing. Okay.
Can you use boxes to do a head? Yeah.
You can.
You can. Like for me, I will use boxes. That's kind of like a frame of reference. Like, oh, I use boxes to be like, not to like construct the head inside of the box, but to more like see what's my general direction of where I'm looking at. Because this is very descriptive, right? Boxes, you see a top, you know, a front side and a side plane, and you're like, oh yeah, that's very descriptive.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you want to draw a head, you're like, oh, I know that I want to see the top side. I want to see the front side, and I also know that my side is also visible. So like I'm using this as a guide to show like what hand angle do I want to draw.
It gives you information on how much of each side you see.
Yes, exactly.
And so that's why people use boxes, is because it's like the most primitive version of any potential thing. Mm-hmm. Like, how much of this side am I seeing? How much of that side am I seeing?
Yeah, like red side. Oh, red side. And the ratio can be like similar. It doesn't have to be like 1-to-1.
This is like very dimensional minded, like very dimensional drawing minded, like thinking in terms of 3D rather than shapes.
Yeah. And then we'll do purple.
Your hand video just got uploaded. Yes,
Yep.
We just published a new video. It's all about drawing hands. You can go check it out on our YouTube channel and comment and say hi.
Please.
First, who's gonna say
Who's gonna
first,
say
right?
First.
Here's the link to the video, I think. Let's see.
Hopefully.
Sure enough.
Yep.
What? Is that the beginning of the video?
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, there you go. How to draw hands and how to simplify them? Sign me up.
Yep.
Sign me up,
People
chat.
always ask about like how to draw hands on stream. So I'm like, you know what? I should just make a video on it. It's about time. Where did you guys learn perspective?
A lot of different places. I've taken a lot of perspective classes. FZD, where I studied, we took a bunch of perspective classes in there, and then you just learn a lot of perspective by practicing and drawing boxes. We took Eric's Viscom in Art Center, and yeah, do a lot of perspective exercises. You know, a bunch of Krenz cubes, bunch of fisheye grids, 1, 2, 3 point perspective. So yeah, like there's a lot of free content out there. In fact, we have content. Yep. We literally actually just had a couple perspective streams recently. If you want to check it out on our channel, we have the same name on YouTube, and all of our live streams are archived on there, so you can just go back through them and do that. Like literally everything, even including like stuff like this, fisheye grids, drawing in crazy camera lenses where you change the vanishing points. We even just talk about like simple stuff. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Perspective?
That was actually yesterday.
Yesterday's perspective stream was great.
It was so good, bro.
Stream demo.
That
I
was
think it
like
was this.
one of the perspective tutorials of all time.
Yeah. And this, where is it?
Yeah, well, math. Perspective is kind of like math, isn't it? But it's good math. It's actually useful math.
We talked about literally everything. We talked about the cone of vision. We talked about vanishing points. We even talked about how to draw panoramic shots, like more than 90-degree field of view, where you're like looking right and left. We talked about why this happens and how to avoid it. We talked about, you know, who here has accidentally drawn this.
Not accidentally, I've done it purposefully.
Like a scene, right? Like where you draw a city and this is what it looks like. I explain exactly why this happens and why it doesn't look good and how to avoid it. And we talked about measuring, using the horizon line as a measuring stick. We talked about the Amazon building and how vanishing points work and how to measure things in perspective, and the happy worker.
The happy worker entombed in a...
The happy worker, please don't kill my family. All kinds of really fun things. How to measure the sizes of things.
That one was really good.
Yeah, this was pretty good stuff. So that was literally the stream that we did yesterday. Talked a lot about that. And then this was like another stream relatively recently. We actually went into a little bit of a similar stuff, right? People foreshortening them, bringing them back in space.
Do I need to learn math to draw?
Not really.
Not really.
No. I mean, if you consider straight lines math, then yeah. But otherwise, not really. Like, this is about as complicated as it can possibly get.
I think there's like some numbers involved, but if you can divide things into halves and thirds, you know, if
Yeah.
you know what a third is, two
Halves and thirds and stuff. Like, if you have passed like first and second grade math, you know enough math. You're good enough at math to learn perspective. But yeah, that was yesterday's stream.
Yep. To be able to draw backgrounds. Colton has a lovely class on it in our anime art school.
The horizon line being an actual curve was a great perspective. Yeah, you can have curved
Great
horizon lines. Because the horizon line, it curves when it moves to a different part of the lens, right? Because the lens is doing the curving. The horizon line, it's like, it's still straight. It's just the lens is making it curved. The lens is curving it. So
Yeah.
it's like think about a fisheye lens as like a filter. A filter that affects everything underneath of it. Bro, this Christmas music though.
It's pretty banger, honestly. I would say, like, if you want to practice drawing heads in different angles to match perspective and stuff, draw the guidelines that wrap over and then add your features, but like make sure that each feature like also goes along that wrapping line, even the bottom lid. This looks really awkward right now, but like, you know, that's kind of, most practice will look really awkward.
Yeah, literally, like,
It's so ugly.
use practice to explore. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to even focus on making like good drawings at all. Just go
Yeah.
like, I'm literally gonna use this drawing just to like experiment and try stuff.
Yeah. And it can
Like-
look like an abomination, but like that's
Yeah.
okay. At least you can like, okay, I can kind of see the form on the face, you know. Maybe like this kind of still looks a bit off. Maybe I need to push this nose a little bit higher. Okay, that feels a little bit more comfortable now, you know. So like just practice. You can even like draw a bunch of features on a sphere just to kind of like test your abilities. So, like, here's an eye. And here's, you know, the bottom of a nose. Homunculi, I guess. You know, maybe there's a mouth on this side. And this pops out a little bit. That's horrible. That's horrible looking. What simple shapes are needed for drawing?
Simple shapes in general.
Simple shapes in general. Like, I guess anything can be a simple shape.
What can you give an example of what a simple shape might be? Do you mean
Yeah.
like forms?
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like when you're doing 3D modeling and they have like an asset, and so they just like put a bunch of this stuff on a sphere. Like that monster head kind of thing. Oh, that's fun.
How do you manage practicing and getting projects done? I know that sounds silly, but as a student, I feel like I only have time to either practice or do projects. You can split your time between the two. Like maybe you spend a couple weeks practicing and a couple weeks doing a project, or you know, you can do you just basically go, here's how much time I have, whatever, and I don't know, an hour a day, or you know, 10 hours a week. And you go, I'm going to delegate 5 of those hours to practicing and exercises, and I'm going to dedicate maybe 5 of those hours to a project. And so you go, Monday and Tuesday are practice days, Thursday and Friday are project days. I don't know, you know, like you can basically just like split it up if you work in that way.
How do you draw hands? Well, we actually just uploaded a video on our YouTube channel on
Yes,
hands.
lucky you.
Lucky you. Let me actually go to our channel. We just uploaded a new video. It's called Learn to Draw Hands with This Method right here.
Yup. Go comment on it.
Yeah, go comment on it and say first. Or I
Say
don't know.
first or
Second or
count
third.
count how many people have commented and then say that number. But yeah, we'll go like your comment
Yeah.
as long as it's like worthy. Like, you know, I probably won't like it if it's like mean or something, but
Tia
We'll
says
see.
they were first. Yay.
Let's go. Were they?
Yep.
Let's go.
Person who's over reliant on tutorials. Oh, okay, got you. Okay. Yeah, I think tutorials also are feels very easy to follow because it's like, you know, if I don't follow the tutorial, it's gonna come out bad. So like people rely on it. Totally fine.
Yaw.
Yeah.
There was one. It said, I feel like your wife draws more than you during these streams. Which one of you draws the most? I don't know. It's not a competition.
Yeah.
There will be streams where I do a 4-hour-long painting demo of onigiri.
Yep.
Like
Or-
those last couple.
Yes. Down here.
There were a couple streams where I did these really long.
like
I hate
this.
that one.
Oh. Okay.
It's cute, but I like this one
I
more.
like that one. I do like that one. That one's like nicely designed.
That one was like, I'll do streams where I do the entire stream. Last stream I did the entire stream pretty much because it was a perspective stream. But yeah, not a competition. We just teach people how to draw.
Yep.
And whatever method works. Like I do all the tech stuff, so I set up the whole computer. I manage chat. I manage everything.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't be able to do it.
my background is doing art for a living.
Go. Oh yes. Question reminder: how do you draw muscular bodies on male and female? That's.
Oh yeah, there was that
There
one.
was that one. Yes. So I can answer that. So I'll just kind of add more like muscles on guys and girls. I won't really talk too much about like proportions and stuff. I would just say if you want a guy, make sure that your upper body, your shoulder area is wider than your hip area. Right? This will generally be the shape of your torso for the most part. And if you want a more feminine torso, you got to make sure that you got kind of like a waist. So your hips are a little bit wider, your shoulders are also a little bit wider, and your waist is a little bit thinner. So like this is like an hourglass shape. Once you get this, you know, you can always change it to whatever. So if you want to add muscles on this guy, know that muscles, they're like, it's like if the more muscular the person is, it's like you're pressing inflate on the body, like you're inflating the body with a bunch of air and the muscles with a bunch of air. In a
Anchor
way.
arms.
Anchor arms. What is that?
SpongeBob meme.
Oh, that's funny. So, for instance, lean guys will have more deflated muscles. They'll be lean, meaning like you can still include muscle, but they won't be like overly muscular. They'll kind of just be like kind of thinner. But if you want to be more muscular, you're going to have to like thicken areas. So for instance, neck can get thicker. The traps can get thicker. So notice I just bulked it up a lot. It's like adding extra substance. Right, your deltoid, you'll get a lot of like these kind of overlapping forms like this. Like this makes, oh, it looks like bread. This pattern right here makes things feel more muscular, more bulky. So like you'll see it in here. Here's the traps, here's the deltoid. You know, your pecs can be really inflated. And even then, like you can have a bit of pec cleavage, you know, if you really work out your pecs like enough. Right? And then your sides can get really stylized by adding more bulk. You know, abs, really big muscles. This isn't like peak torso art, but you know, you get the point. Just add a lot of like these larger bowling ball forms. And if you want to do the same with a girl, you know, you won't get as muscular, as buff as a bodybuilder, but you can definitely add more tone, like adding more structure to the neck and the shoulder area. You can add a bit of like the deltoid. You know, you can expand the forearms a little bit more, and this will still feel muscular. Like you can imply a little bit of the deltoid. So it's all like just body modifications, I guess. Your abs. I would say like the more fit the woman is, like the more like abs can be a pretty good way to show fitness. And this part right here, I think this shoulder and the abs are pretty like key because everything else is more like fat, especially with the breasts and stuff. So like this is more of like a fit woman. And you can make the legs also much chunkier as well because of the muscle. You can make it more defined here as well.
Applejack is sleeping.
He's sleeping.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, what's his face doing? Oh, never mind.
Is there a way to start learning perspective? I have such a hard time on it. We did a stream yesterday on perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty beginner perspective as well. So if you want to go check it out, you can check out our YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy. It's the same name as our TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a big perspective stream yesterday.
Yeah,
talked
we
a
did.
lot about literally starting perspective. 1 point, we talked about some 2 point. We didn't talk too much about 2 point.
Yeah.
We did do a bunch of 1 point and like how to measure things and make sure the size is right and everything.
Bulk, even then legs. Like I noticed that with male legs, there's going to be like a lot of like happening, right? Like there's so much widening happening. Then towards the bone, which is like the kneecap, it gets thin. Then it gets really thick again, and then thin again towards the ankle.
I never say anything in chat, but I always draw while watching your streams to practice. Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Love it.
But yes, like I teach anatomy in our anime art school, so like if you want to know more about like what muscles go where, how to draw them on both male and female bodies, like this is what I have you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
Start from the very basics, like constructing from simple shapes to forms, clavicle stuff, forms like muscles on the body. Here's legs in different angles with the muscles, and you don't have to just. You can just simplify it. Well, I teach you how to simplify it later, but like right now I kind of just teach you guys the basics. And these are just the main muscle groups. But like if I were to learn anatomy, I would start with a process. And I would just do it over and over and over again. Yeah, like to me, when I was doing these demos, these are all just practice. This is all just practice. So it's like even when I'm teaching, I'm practicing. Here's how to paint figures with color and black and white. So if you're interested in that, you can check this our school out. We teach a lot of the fundamentals of art. Colton teaches the backgrounds class, really, really good. He also teaches how to paint.
Yeah, we have an online school.
Mm-hmm.
It's a year long.
Yep.
It has a 12-week anatomy and figure drawing class. So all this kind of stuff right here is in it.
Yep.
A lot of good homework assignments to help you get better as well.
Yep. Just let's just have you look a little bit about the exercise that Colton has you do for his perspective class. This is basically like college alternative.
Intuitive perspective drawing.
Mm-hmm. Technical perspective.
Yep. Putting things together. Form drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Landscapes, backgrounds, and how to think about overlaps and layering.
Yep.
Like that.
Lindsay says she's taking that right now. Heck yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
And
drawing
then,
characters.
Backgrounds.
Or drawing characters in different angles, like that thing earlier.
Oh yes. Oh, move
Yeah,
that.
this is. Yup. Turning it into people, modifying the body
Yeah.
type, all that kind of thing.
And clothing them and adding more details, stuff like that. And then Colton's painting class.
Yep.
Rendering. And we get a lot of questions on rendering, which, most of the questions that you guys ask, like we teach exactly in our anime art school, much more in depth than on streams. But the stream is like the free trial.
Nice, Katsua. Just after 5 hours of studying yesterday, I understand bodies a lot more, even know how to draw hands after 8 years. Awesome.
Awesome. I do have a section on drawing different body types. That's in our character design class, I believe. In the anatomy and figure drawing class, I mostly teach like the anatomy part, but that's actually not a bad idea to add different body types and see how to modify it.
Yeah, and you can check it out here, by the way. All the information on it is right there on that, or the linky on our profile.
Yep.
That is a website, not a Google search. Just type that into your browser bar.
Yep.
Always love it when people draw the backgrounds. My best bet, it's like trees and grass. Yeah, I used to be a background and prop artist, concept artist.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's my background, and I teach, no pun intended, I teach that.
Mm-hmm. How much does it cost?
$497.
$497 for everything.
For everything. So it's a bunch of different classes. It's a year-long program. It will take you more than a year to get through.
Yeah.
It is like a college. It's like a mini college. Like a mini college without any of the creative writing courses that you don't want to take.
Or the classes that, you're like, why am I spending all this money for this class?
Do you guys have any art goals next year?
That's
really thought about
question.
I haven't really thought about it too much.
I haven't thought about it either. Funny enough. I don't necessarily make art goals, actually, now, funny enough. I kind of just am where I am. I just draw.
I feel like making goals, I don't know, it's never worked for me.
Yeah.
It's definitely never worked for me. It's crazy, bro.
That's crazy. I don't even know if that's physically possible.
I can't do that. It's possible for this hand.
Hold on. Check to see if I can do it. Nah, not really.
My art kept leaning on one side and flipping to fix it. Doesn't quite help. Is there other way? Do you mean like when you flip your canvas, it's kind of wonky? Is that what you mean? That would be like a dimensional thing. It's like a dimensional drawing issue.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you mean like a pose that just kind of always leans for some reason, and even when you flip it, it still like kind of leans over? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I don't really know what you mean exactly.
How do you draw different poses? I can't draw any different type of pose. I would do a lot of pose studies. Literally go on Pinterest or wherever. You know what? Go and look up sports or dance videos on YouTube, pause it, and draw the pose. That will give you a lot of ideas.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it's generally a form drawing issue.
Yeah.
If something doesn't look right flipped, it's usually because the underlying structure of it is not correct.
Mm-hmm.
It like flipping your canvas will help you identify that. It'll like help you give you a fresh look on things, but if you flip your canvas and it looks wonky, that's why. It's like underlying.
Yeah.
Like it's a lack of symmetry, a lack of three-dimensional like correctness in the drawing. Yeah, I needed that. And now my neck is all loose.
Especially like the face, it's like gets pulled to the right all the time. I would always like find where my center is. Like as Colton said, like dimensional drawing, it's like understanding, like let's say you have I don't know what view you are drawing your head in, but like know where your center is, because a center will describe like what your view is. Like, oh, if your center line is leaning this way, okay, that's my center. I'm grounded. Like find ways to ground your drawing to your reality, if that makes sense. So it's like, okay, I have this as my center line, so that means anything that's facing me will be larger, anything that's facing away from me will be smaller, more constricted.
Mm.
Ew, creepy. Right, but if I have like a front view and I notice that, my face ends up looking like this, it's because there's nothing to hold it in place.
Yeah.
It's like floating in in space, So it's like, okay, let's just draw an anchor. Boom.
Couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Colton, I forgot to ask, will you be teaching 1, 2, 3-point perspective all in one? I'm not sure what you mean by all in one. I do teach them all, but you wouldn't want to learn them all at the same time, or otherwise it gets really confusing because they're all kind of different than each other. Can you skip some of the classes? Yeah, it's self-paced. So it does not come with feedback. It's basically like a mini recorded college that covers all the stuff. You get homework assignments, you get all of the lessons, you have them forever. You can watch them as many times as you want. So if you're like, oh, I'm so busy right now, and then you come back later, you can totally do that.
Yeah.
There's no speed that you have to go through them, any of that type of stuff. But yeah, so like dimensional drawing, right?
Yeah.
If things look wonky when you flip the canvas, it means that, like what Christina was saying, it's like, you know, maybe you draw like a cylinder. It's so hard to draw like a cylinder. That's just like, I'll just draw it with like my eyes closed or something. So even that kind of looks like right.
It looks legit.
How do I?
How do you?
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Right? Maybe like that, right? Maybe like there's a cylinder and there's a cylinder. And if I flip the canvas and look at these cylinders again, like this one still feels right. This one still feels not right. And so it's like a dimensional drawing issue, right? Like this one right here in the middle. If I flip the canvas, it kind of just changes directions. It's not like wrong enough in perspective that it matters very much. So it's like the same with heads, you know, like if you draw, I don't know, the cranium like this, and you draw this and you flip it, it's still right enough that it looks okay. Right? If you chop off a little piece of this and draw that down and you flip it, it's like still correct enough in perspective. Like the center is close enough to the center. If I draw like, I don't know, like a box or something. Let me do a different box.
I don't draw anime. I focus on realism, landscapes, maybe like concept ideas. Do you have courses on that's non-anime?
Yeah, that's what I did professionally for a long time. See, if I flip this, the box still feels like a box. It doesn't feel like lopsided. Right? You can just go like.
There's only two classes in our anime art school that have a more anime lean.
Yeah.
The anatomy course, the clothing course, the perspective and backgrounds course, the painting course, those are realistic. Yeah.
And the only difference between anime and like realism is you're just stylizing realism.
Yeah.
Like there's a very little difference. It's not like your traditional like anime tutorial class, right? It's not like the class is not like this, you know?
Yeah.
It's not really like that. Like there's some parts in the very first class that's like that, but
it's not only
that. It's like a proper perspective class like you take in college. It's like a proper rendering class like you take in college. Can you get the mini? I can show you examples.
So where?
We also do mentorships one-on-one. Yeah, like this. This is crap. This is like a room demo that I did in my rendering class. So I teach rendering like this. This is not anime. This is just rendering, the basics of rendering. Anime would be this, except cell shaded, but you kind of have to know this and then you cell shade it. So we have a foundation school, but I do mentorships and Christina does mentorships, and we don't always draw anime. It's just the business that we run. But my background is actually doing game concept art.
This is the heavy duty stuff.
Yeah, like calculating cast shadows. This is literally what you learn in like industrial design school. It's because it's all the same. Like clothing folds, the 7 basic folds, diaper folds, drop folds, half locks, spiral folds. Those are all real folds. Like anime artists use them, but they're all real stuff. So like that's not anime. That's in this. That's in the class. Yeah. We don't approach anime drawing from like, how do I draw anime, by skipping all of the stuff that isn't anime. Yeah. Right? We don't really believe in that. We basically are like a college that is more than happy for people to draw anime. Yeah. So you're just letting you know, but this is what I do professionally. Like this is my work. It's like I'll draw anime stuff here and there, but like this is not anime. Like this is all realism. like this.
Bye, Tia.
That's the type of stuff that I do. You know, I'll do like stylized stuff, but like this is not anime. This is literally a demo that I do in anime art school. Because all the best anime artists,
they know how to do this.
They know how to do this. Like 1 point perspective is 1 point perspective. You know, 2 point perspective is 2 point perspective. So yeah, games is what you're going for. Yeah, like if you want to get hired in games, like look at Irie. Irie's portfolio is like a really good example.
It's a very good example. She knows both. Yeah,
so Irie, oh come on, why is it always Yahoo search? Yahoo search is trash, bro. Google AIRI Pan. She was a classmate of mine.
Yes, we do have a portfolio class as well.
She was a classmate of mine in art center, and she is, where's she working right now? I guess she's freelance now. She was working at Riot for a while, but like this is her work, and so she makes like concept art, not concept art, like fan art of like Freerun and stuff. But she has insane foundation skills, right? Like she's really good. Official illustration for this, so it's like anime stuff, right? But she got hired at she was working at Blizzard for a while. Like look at this, like this is insane work, right?
She is very good.
So like really good anime artists, they can do both. They just choose to do anime because it's like all the same foundation. She's insane. Her work is so good.
I love those ones. Those are so good.
Yeah. Like this would not really be considered anime. Like style is this really flexible thing that you can change on demand.
I love the portrait, the one on the left.
Yeah.
That one's probably one of my favorites.
This is absolutely not anime, but she can do anime because she has foundation. And so style is more of a thing that you can control when you have underlying foundation. I think Irie's a great example of that. You know, I should DM her, ask her if she wants to come on.
I feel like that'd be so lovely.
Come on the YouTube channel for an interview sometime. She teaches like classes and all kinds of stuff.
I think she's actually pretty popular within like a lot of people actually reference her work on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, she's super good. Very, very nice.
Her art station is Irie Pan.
AIRI.
Yeah, I love that piece.
Pan.
On the top.
PAN.
Yeah.
This is her. She has a website and stuff. Artist. She worked at Riot as well. Super, super, very sweet. But that's like the power of foundation, right? Is you can, once you have like really strong foundation, trust me,
you can do anything.
If an art director looks at her anime stuff, they go, this girl knows what she's doing, we can hire her. Even though it's anime, right? Art schools are always like, don't do anime, don't do anime, don't do anime. You reach a certain point where a pro, like I can look at her work and go, she doesn't only do anime. Like
yeah,
she's
she
so good.
She clearly doesn't only do anime. Yeah.
It's just that kind of, it's that kind of skill set. She's so good at it that, you know, she can do anything. Like she could do sci-fi design. She's a designer. She understands the concepts behind, you know, doing design and color theory and perspective, and she's very flexible. She can work on projects under certain very specific specs. But yeah. Awesome. Have a good one, Tia. Looking at her work. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Like, skilled artists are skilled artists. Like, they just have such a strong grasp of the fundamental. A lot of artists don't really feel like drawing anime or feel like investing time into like learning about it. We do, like, we like it. I like it. I think it's cool. A lot of my work that I do is not anime though. I never did it professionally, did I? Well, I did some Bakugan cards. That would kind of be considered anime style.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
But most of the games I worked on were like AAA, like real kind of more grounded projects and stuff. And then there's stuff in between, like the Guild Wars. That was kind of like in between. It's like stylized, but it's not straight up realism. And then I did like the map design for PUBG. That was all like realism, photo bashing stuff. And Anthem stuff, that was all realism.
Yes.
I drew Miki in the server. Really?
Yeah, I did see it. It's really cute.
So that's just like what we teach in our classes. We focus really strongly on foundation.
We do.
and design, those, you know, those core fundamentals. Just with like an anime lean.
Mm-hmm. Because I think, you know, anime is fun. You might as well have fun while you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
We do stress a lot in our classes where it's like you still have to learn this stuff. Like, you still have to learn the hard stuff, you know? Like, it's not just about anime. Like, it's much more than that. But, you know, that's when you take the class. And I find that anime stuff really started clicking once I did learn the fundamentals.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Is your arm okay? You know, actually, yeah, I got scratched. I mean, it's fine. I just
Yeah.
got scratched by something earlier.
There are so many artists I admire. Hope I can reach their levels one day. Yeah, I mean, you absolutely can.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of like time, practice, like reflecting on the work,
Yeah.
going like, you know, like realistically looking at it, and not in like a self-criticizing way, but like a realistic way, and being like, what does my work lack that would help me get to this level, right? And you go like, oh, I need stronger foundation, or I'm not very good at perspective, or like I'm not very good at color theory, or I need work on design. That's where like a mentor would really help.
Mm-hmm.
A mentor would really, really help identify those things, but like at the end of the day, like you have to put in the work.
Yeah.
Like there's no way to get better at drawing without practicing. I wish it was like only practicing.
Yeah. There's so much more.
It's like any skill, right? Like people don't become like concert pianists by just like having a piano and just like pressing keys on it all day. Like there's structure, there's like practice assignments, there's songs, there's hand placements, there's all kinds of stuff, and music theory, all that kind of stuff. Like kind of just like pressing random keys on a piano will never really get you to a level of like a pro.
Mm-hmm.
You'll certainly get better, but it'll never bring you to that level, because like how do you, like, you're not gonna like discover music theory on your own in your living room by like mashing keys on the keyboard.
Yep.
There's a huge difference between like people who play by ear and people who are actually like trained.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. So much self-analysis someone has to do. Yeah, and it's fun. Like, I think that's actually one of the really fun parts, because it's like this very, you know, you really look into it and there's like a logic behind it. It's like much less guesswork than people think. Art feels so like confusing, and like there's so much guesswork for so long.
Yeah.
And I find anything that takes the guesswork out, or at least as much of the guesswork as possible out, is like, I find it a lot more fun.
I took a monster. How do you go about drawing a body in side view? I always feel everything looks off. Side views are very like dependent on the curves. So like specific curves that you have to like, not have to, but like you need to try to get right. So I mean, this also concludes like proportion and stuff. So like halfway is your crotch. You divide your body into thirds. 3/4 of this box right here is your head. So the common misconception about like side views is, oh, the rib cage is here and the pelvis is right here and the spine's here and everything's like very straight, or like the spine is here, it's like completely straight. Like your body's not a pill, it's not like a capsule, it's actually more curved than this. So here you got your head, your neck actually goes back a little bit, because this right here is your cervical spine, which kind of goes back. Then comes your thoracic spine, which is in this box, which is also fitting your rib cage. So while you're doing that, there's like this boom, boom, right? And then your pelvis, or sorry, then you have your lumbar spine, which is this thing that curls out, and then your pelvis also kind of goes out in this direction. So like there's boom, boom, boom again, right? Like there's a lot of nuance behind side views. It's not just like, oh, I just need to get the shoulders right, or I just need to get XYZ right. It's like, no, you got to understand the spine, which is the nice S curve right in here. And then divide this lower section in half. Here's your kneecaps. So now your legs isn't just straight lines going down like this. There's more curves. There's more curves. Your hamstrings go in, your quads go out.
Human bodies are complicated.
They are so complicated. Then your calf goes out. So like there's a lot of like reverse, like dun 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 happening, like that kind of rhythm. Which once again you can't really memorize unless you practice. So like I can show you how to do this all I as much as I can, but like I can't guarantee that you're going to immediately do a perfect side view. This isn't even a perfect side view, but like you get the point. You need to know those things. You know, then here's like your crotch area, then your other leg. You know, and this may not be completely straight, you know, which is fine. We can maybe just like take this upper body and curl it upwards a little bit. Okay, that looks a little bit better. But like you'd actually be surprised how many curves there are, even in like male bodies. Like I'll even see Colton when he's standing straight, he has this like really intense curve right in here. So cute. Highly reminds you of a deer. That's interesting. So yeah, like, and then your arm also has curves, but like we're not gonna really talk about that. But you know, everything is curves. Even when you don't think there's curves, there's curves. I think our eyes like to see things very stiffly, or like that's just our gut. Like when we draw a figure, we're like, everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be straight lines, everything. There can be no curves because that's not perfect, you know. But like, yes, are there art movements that focus on this theme? Absolutely, it looks great. But when you start like actually wanting more of a natural look to your poses or body or whatever, you're starting to notice, okay, I can exaggerate this. I'm like, oh, I definitely see curves where the body's like this, and that feels natural, right? You can have a S curve for your leg, and your leg can go in this direction, and it can go in this direction. Feels natural still. Even your arm is S curves. So like even when someone's standing like this, like even if it's just a standing pose, it feels dynamic. It feels like there's energy. So yeah. Any advice on dynamic poses? Focus on movement.
Literally, it's exactly this stuff.
Yeah, it's exactly this. Like dynamic poses, it doesn't just only like relate with kicks or jumps or crazy foreshortened poses. I want you guys to like get rid of the idea of categorizing things. Because everything's all connected. Everything's like all using the same skills. Like this I can say is a dynamic pose. It's a standing pose, but it's dynamic.
Yeah.
But like dynamic poses don't only just categorize into fighting poses or dancing poses or Spider-Man pose or whatever. It's like it's just the concept of what makes something dynamic. So what makes something dynamic? Dynamic?
Yeah. It's dynamic is literally just unevenness.
It's just a concept, guys.
Yeah. Dynamic is unevenness, like asymmetry.
Yeah.
Things sticking out in different directions, right? Why would holding the hand up like this be dynamic? It's because there's things sticking out in different directions, right? Like
that's a pretty fun pose
like,
though too.
It's dynamic because there's things sticking out in different directions, and it's not even. It's a very asymmetrical. There's a lot of size changes between things.
Size changes is great.
Static is like, it's symmetrical. Like a circle is very static. A square is very static, right? They have these straight horizontal and vertical lines. They are split in half horizontally and vertically. It's a very static thing.
Yeah.
Like, if I draw a square, I can split this in half this way and that way. So if I want to make a square more dynamic, maybe I'll go like that. That's immediately starting to get more dynamic because this line, right? Red line, blue line.
Ooh, they're all different. They're all different lines.
Pink line, green line. None of these are the same line. But if I did the same exact thing here, red, blue, green, pink, blue and pink are parallel, red and green are parallel, red and green are the same length and going the same direction. It's more static, right? Static. And you can get more and more and more dynamic. Say I pull in a red accelerated curve.
Okay.
So it goes, it's like an uneven curve, right? It apexes here, not halfway. Say I come up here and I go take my green, you know, we go like that. So red and green are not parallel anymore. We could pull the blue one and pull it, say, that way.
Oh, like that's our brush. That's the brush.
Or this way, right? So this turns much more dynamic. Why does it turn dynamic, though? Because you go, but that's not a pose. It's the concept, right? If you draw a character and they're standing, you know, like, I don't know. Let's just do this. Like this. Guess what? I can chop them in half. They're a little bit rotated. I can chop them in half. Symmetrically. Boom. Symmetrical. Same on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make this pose more dynamic? And this can get pushed, right? This can get pushed a lot. It's like, you know, hand. Whatever. There's like a big, you know, hand in the foreground. And then there's an arm going into the background. And then there's another arm going into the background like this, right? And then there's a shoulder. And then there's a head. And it's like, ka-cha, and it's like punching, right? Like, wow, you know, pew. And you can go, okay, so the hand is as big as the head, bigger than the head. And it's like, oh, the torso is going this way. And, you know, this arm is so tiny back here. Maybe we could even go like, cha, clavicle. And, oh, the body literally twists, right? Whoa. There's the crotch. And then you got like a leg right here, and it's getting smaller because it's in a wide lens. Whoa. And you got another leg back here. And here's the foot, right? It's a weird pose here. Hold up. And then it's like, oh, maybe we'll do like, maybe we'll bring this leg out and back. Like that. It's like, it's dynamic because there's things going in all these different directions. Things are different sizes and, you know, yada, yada. And it's like this stuff that you're injecting into it. So like every single thing that can be different, if you make it different, it will be more dynamic by very definition. So it's like dynamic and static. It's like a principle. It's like the principles of what makes something dynamic. And then you just ramp it up to 9,000, which means wide camera lens. The thumb's as big as the head. This hand is small. My torso. So like, for example, you have a torso. Maybe the top of it faces this way and the bottom of it faces this way. So this is going there, that's going there. That's like one of the components of a dynamic pose. But uh-oh. There we go. We'll make those point different directions because otherwise it's static, right? We go not dynamic. It's not bad, it's just not dynamic. Ding.
Ding.
And then we can do the same thing with the head and go like, you know, tilt it that way, tilt it that way, tilt it that way. It's like everything we can make dynamic, right?
I just thought of a kind of a fun exercise. which I'll talk about later.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, cute. Thank you, Laura.
Wait, like that one. Why is that more dynamic? It's because like we're making every decision to be different. And by the way, drawing like this is hard. It's not intuitive, right? It's like, right? It's not easy to draw like that. That's why drawing dynamic is hard, is because this is intuitively what people do. This is default. If you start drawing, it's default. It's not bad. It's just static. This takes training.
You know, it's like ballet. When you get a new pair of ballet shoes, it's super stiff, so you have to like physically break it in order to fit your dancing needs, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fun.
You know, whatever happens here, I don't know. Maybe it's even just like that, right? I don't know. It'd be like extreme foreshortened pose or whatever. But that's kind of like the concept of that dynamic versus static, right?
That's super cute.
Yeah, anyways, what were you saying?
I found a fun exercise that y'all can try to like kind of get a better hand of like dynamic stuff. So like this is just meant to represent a person, but like what I like to do is I like to treat limbs like part of a gesture. So like for instance, you can just start with like drawing different circles and add a little face on them, and your face, wherever you put your face, will determine like where your angle is. So like, okay, here's your face. You know, everyone can draw like a little face like that, right? You want to think about things in 3D. And let's do one up here. And let's do one over here. And let's add some legs. So, you know, you can say, let's have a leg bent and a leg bent like this. Maybe this person's sitting on the ground. Or let's say, let me think. Maybe their leg looks like this. So there's like a kind of like a little flow. My flow is like this. It's kind of leaning to one side. And maybe this one can go like this. So like my head, my legs are all part of a gesture. I'm not thinking about any bodies just yet. This is just to like get some sort of energy. Like thick to thin. Thick to thin's a great way to show motion, right? Because when you see this, when you see things going parallel, very static.
Yeah, it directs your eye when things go thick to thin.
Yeah, and when you go like, there's velocity. You're directing your eye to a certain point. So like, let's say, hey, it's going thick to thin here. So like my eyes kind of go downward, but my eyes also rest here because there's a face and that's like a focal point. And then let's say this one is like, maybe this person's kind of floating a little bit. And each pose can have, quote unquote pose, can have its own personality. So this one is like, yeah, I'm kind of just chilling and standing. So I'm going to add little arms and say, hey, yeah, he's just kind of watching something on the ground. And you can create story. So like, okay, yeah, you can draw your legs and then just add in whatever arms. And then all of a sudden you have a story. Maybe this person is like looking down at this little ball. And he's just like, yeah, tapping his foot, perhaps. This one is like, yippee! So maybe his arms go this way. And so that carries that same momentum. The arms and the legs are all going in a similar direction, even the eyes and the face. And this one is like, oh, I'm dreamy. So maybe they have their arms like this, right? So let's say like this is how you plan a pose. It looks kind of goofy, but let's say if I take this pose and I turn into a human. Easy. Well, not easy, but like, you know, with some practice you can do it. This is just a representation of a person. So now, let's say I want to take this pose. You know, my head is going this way. My overall body is going in this direction. Like we're floating upwards. So we want to make sure that maybe her feet are on her maybe she's on her tippy toes, perhaps. Her torso follows this line. You can argue that this is the line of action. Right? Turning this into a person. You're just adding a little bit extra. Instead of making super long legs, you're adding a torso and some thickness.
What if you're good at copying but not creating? Then you've put a lot of time into observational skills but not into foundational construction skills. So if you can copy, you're good at observational measuring. If you cannot draw things from imagination at all, it's because you can't draw things in perspective. You don't understand the why behind things. Like, you don't understand, say, clothing folds, you know, the basic volumes of the body, what the structure of a pose. Drawing from imagination is much, much harder. It's because when you're drawing from observation, not that it's not difficult, it is difficult. You're basically just you're just copying shapes. You don't actually have to even know what you're drawing. If you see a square, you draw that square. If you see that rectangle, you go, oh, that's kind of a rectangle. Drawing from imagination is like, you have to understand how the world works and how to show that on a two-dimensional surface. So it's, you know, people spend a lifetime practicing to draw from imagination, and a lot of it does have to do with like copying and understanding the world. So drawing from imagination is going to involve a lot of copying, but like studying copying, like you copy to understand rather than copy to replicate.
Yeah.
The brush you can get for free on our profile.
Yes.
Right here.
Card right here. We talk about how to practice effectively. Most self-artists don't go into too much about it, let alone
practice
the why
effectively.
Practice.
How to practice effectively? Practicing effectively is basically like getting stronger at the gym. You're doing things that push you, that you find very difficult a whole bunch of times until basically the point of exhaustion, and then you show up the next day and do it again. Like, if you want to practice the most effectively, we know, which isn't, I don't even necessarily recommend, because a lot of people just burn out, but some people do it. It's like getting strong. Like, how do you get stronger at the gym? You go to your limit over and over and over and over, and the limit moves. You know, which means like leaving the comfort zone.
Yep. Doing a bunch of homework. You know, I mean, this is why we created our anime art school, right? Is because like we teach you the concepts and we do a lot of demos, but we also give you assignments to practice that. So like if I have you draw a bunch of heads in different angles, or like I teach you how to draw a head from the front, side, and the back, and also in different angles. I'm like, my homework for you is to be like, oh, do 50 different head angles, for example. So it's like you're just taking the demo. Let's say if you're following like a tutorial or like a class, you watch the demo, you follow along. This is how we structure our classes. You follow along, right? And then when you're assigned homework,
you do the homework.
You do the homework. Yeah, and when you do the homework, that is basically how you done the demo. So
and you kind of have to self-analyze your work. You really have to concentrate heavily on like, is this box correct? What isn't correct about it?
Yeah.
You know, and you could be like Ships Are Wonderful, who's kind of found the meta, which is going through the anime art school, and then when they get confused, they come to stream and are like, hey, I'm kind of confused about this. How do you break it down? And then we break it down and they're like, oh my gosh, I get it.
Meta. That's the meta.
So, you know, anime art school doesn't come with feedback, but Ships kind of found
a way to get some kind of feedback.
Found the loophole, the sort of loophole.
Yeah. Bro, this ain't a box. So like if your box looks like this, when a box should look like, for the most part, like this, you can ask yourself, like, okay, what's kind of wrong about this box? Like, why doesn't this box look like that box? Oh, it's because some lines aren't matching up. So, like, in order to draw a box and communicate effectively, you know, you got to have some lines matching with other lines. You know, all your verticals will basically go in the same direction if you're drawing a box like this. And then, you know, you got other lines that go together. Oops, wrong color. Right. So if your box is missing those elements, like, that's where you need to, like, self-correct.
Yeah. Luna Moon Princess. Thank you, teachers, for doing live stream. You're welcome.
You.
I'm glad you enjoy it. My live cut out just before brush name. It's there's a card. You can go here. Just take a screenshot of that and go to that website. You can download it for free.
Can you do stuff on, like, color theory?
Color theory? Yeah, we do color theory streams here and there. We did one not too long ago. I'll just bring up coloring demo. Was this it?
Probably.
Nope.
Really?
That wasn't it. I'll look for it really quick.
Are your classes on a certain app like Procreate?
No.
No.
It works for any program. We just use the basic digital tools, but it is digital.
Yep.
Color lessons, clothing demos. Someone just asked about, do you know a better way to understand folds for clothing? Star, I actually just put up a YouTube video recently on our channel, and it's like a full clothing study where I explain what I look for when I draw clothes. And our YouTube channel is Draw Anime Academy. And I just put it up a couple days ago. I did this entire demo from start to finish, talked about the whole thing, explained what I was looking for, what was happening, absolutely everything. How to investigate, how to interrogate your reference to understand it rather than just to blindly copy. That's basically like what the YouTube video is about. Like, how do you observe something and copy it in order for you to go off later without the reference and have, like, gained a new knowledge? So if you find that you have a lot of difficulty without a reference, there you can interrogate your reference and learn from it.
Yep.
So that's called, I don't remember what the video is called. It's like one of our last couple videos. It just says how to draw clothes on the thumbnail, which is super important. It's super important to, like, understand how things work and why. I'll look for the stream demos, colored spheres. Maybe this one? Nope. Yeah, we talk about color theory here and there. We talk about let me look. Is this it? Nope. Although I did paint over this environment not too long ago. Sword effects, color lessons.
There it is.
Here it is. So this is from a stream a little while back. I just kind of broke down a still life, talked about color temperature, color relativity, you know, why it's important to break things into values. We even did, like, a little still life live on stream talking about the whole process of that. So yeah, you can go check through our recent live streams and videos on that sort of thing if you want.
Someone asked how to color skin tones digitally. I don't think really there's really any difference between, like, traditional and digital when it comes to just coloring skin. It just has to do with the properties of skin. We actually did a demo a good while back on this thing. Let me see where it is.
Tips on helping make things look more 3D when you draw it. Yeah, practice dimensional drawing. Like, practice your 1 point, 2 point, 3 point perspective. Do a bunch of those scenes. That would be a good start.
So really, skin tone can be anything. We literally just, like, did a demo where we just picked a random, like, base tone color. And then we picked kind of like a warmer shadow, because you can either go warmer or cooler. just really depends on you. And then we have a bit of subsurface scattering. Subsurface scattering is very common in skin. If you don't have it, it makes it look kind of like plasticky, lifeless. So there's always going to be like some kind of saturated bit along the edge of the shadow. And so we basically just took that and used the same concept on here.
You can make anything a skin color. Skin has much less to do with the color and more how it responds to light. Like you can make it gray, blue, green, anything. Like any color. You can make any color look like skin because skin is a specific material that responds to light in a specific way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, were you explaining that, or you're just showing?
I was just showing it, but you can continue explaining it. Like for me here, I just chose a random purple. Like this is just some arbitrary purple that I just chose, and I'm like, okay, my skin tone for this one is going to be a medium purple. So I know that it's not going to be a super pale purple like this. That's not my skin tone. So that will also determine like how dark I make the shadows, because if I make my shadows too dark, I mean, like, unless this was lit by a candle, this wouldn't necessarily work. I'm gonna kind of go for more of like a diffused lighting. So like, okay, here's my base. My shadow can be kind of whatever too. Like I kind of decided it was gonna be more bluish.
You guys got a paid course? Yeah,
Yes.
we have classes online.
Yes, this is our.
We have a mini college online that covers a bunch of the foundations. You can check it out here. Screenshot that.
Yep.
Type it in your browser.
I'll show some work. You know, we cover a lot of variety of things like heads and faces and illustrations. For example, you create 2 characters of your own, and you basically use it throughout the project. For this particular class, I also have you go through anatomy. The very well-rounded class, so basically covers a lot of the basics of what you need to create your own stories and characters, you know, how to paint people.
How long is it? It's a bunch of classes. It's like a mini college, probably around 100 hours of content maybe.
Yep, this is
and it's got a bunch of different classes. They're like individual 14-week long classes where in multiple terms. So it's literally like a mini college.
Yeah.
It would take a year to get through if you actually went through it, watched the lessons, did the homework on the recommended like schedule.
And here's how to draw clothes. So like we basically have everything in one package. You know, here's a character design class where you do illustrations of your designed characters. You know, you have a little project that you do. You make your own character sheets, and then you turn them in, and then you take these designs and illustrate them.
Yeah.
And then we got a painting class.
Painting class, that's like the rendering part. So there's half of the painting class, well, a little bit less than half of the painting class is on rendering, calculating cast shadows. This is like if you want to go to college for art, but you can't afford it or you don't have the time and you want an alternative. Like that's what we built it in order to be. It's a huge program. It's not like a course teaching you all these different fundamentals and how to apply them.
So you can look at it here.
Yeah, so that is our site. That is not a Google search. That is a direct
link.
And it's going to be the yellow button on that page. It's called Anime Art School, and you can learn all about that. You can learn all about it on that page if you want. Otherwise, you can just DM us and ask for the link, and I can just directly send it to you in
We
DMs.
also have mentorships available as well. So if you're also interested in like one-on-one feedback and how to level up your art with personal stuff, you know, you can DM us about that too.
Yeah, we do one-on-one mentorships as well. But that is the link to our classes, like our mini college, basically.
And then
yeah, I know what you mean, Ships. There's no rush.
No
rush. Patience, you know. No, we don't have to get there tomorrow. The fun is in the journey.
That's true. It is. So this is the brush here. You can get it there as well, drawanime.com.
Yep, that's like our link in bio page. So you can find all of it. You can find our Discord server if you want to join the community. You can find our classes. You can find our 2 books. You can find the brush for free.
Yep.
The brush that we always use on stream. You can download it for free.
Yep. Our school is not free. These lives are free. So, you know, you can totally use that as a resource. And for me, like if I want to add a bit of subsurface, I just take a big, you know, nice, like kind of dark red, and I kind of start blending that into the skin. I'm not using this pure red. I'm just leading it to this red by like just kind of softly adding it in. You know, this might feel a little bit too red, so I can always like tone it down. But like at least I got some subsurface scattering in there, so it kind of feels more like skin. And then sometimes with skin, you can either go for like a matte direction or like a more glossier direction. It really just depends on you. Is it kind of the same tone?
Yeah.
Okay, let me change that a bit then. Maybe we'll go more warmer. How about that? Yeah, I think that looks better. Warmer shadow feels better.
Do you have any tips on how to determine lighting on complex objects? Yeah. What kind of stuff are you interested in? Basically, your entire environment is a light source. Like it's a very soft light source. So it's entirely dependent on the location and what environmental factors are going on.
Yeah.
Lighting on complex objects. And lighting on complex objects, like you want to break it down really simply to start. Complex objects are just a bunch of little simple objects, you know, usually grouped into a large simple object. Complex objects are just kind of tricky because they're actually most of the time just simple objects.
Yeah.
Like
hybrid objects, I guess.
Yeah, they're like a bunch of simple objects arranged into one large simple object if you look closely.
I don't know what I'm doing.
How do we change the settings on the pen to blend like that? This is just the default settings.
It's just the default settings, yeah.
Christina just presses lighter to draw lighter and presses harder to draw harder or to draw darker.
Yeah. Like if you put this arbitrary skin tone on a body, it will still feel like skin. Like your body, like your eyes can tell if this is skin. Which is, you know, the lovely thing about context. You know, let's add a little bit of this blush. Feels pretty good. You know, things like areas like noses tend to be a bit more rosy because there's like it's smaller. We learned this and I think Robert Lemler said it where like hands and things like noses and things that are like smaller tend to be darker and more red. So you know, fun kind of advice.
Really useful.
Really
especially
useful.
if you're doing life drawing classes.
Yeah. And let's say here's the highlight.
Bum 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 bum. I just have this boring, unsweetened tea. It's actually pretty good though. I had too much gamer subs today. I cannot have another 2 scoops. Not at 7.
It's
7:37 at night.
not very health conscious. Let's give her cute hair.
Yeah, if you want the brush in the Discord, just type !brush in any channel. You know, you can do that. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, and then you can say like, oh, like let's say we'll have the highlight, but maybe it's a bit of rim lighting, perhaps. I like adding a bit of rim lighting on stuff like this. But we want to make sure that rim lighting doesn't have like it's not like a direct outline, but rather something that it's like showing a lit side of something. Let's add like cute little alien antennas or something. Oh, that's kind of cute. Can you do Western style? What do you mean by Western style? Any screen tablet recommendations? You know, we actually just tested out a Huion tablet on our YouTube channel. If you want to take a look at that and kind of like what our thoughts were about it, you can check it out here. Try Huion for the first time. Huion Canvas. That's like a screen tablet, display tablet. You can check it out there. I quite liked it, so you can hear our thoughts there. Do you have any hair tips? Yes. I don't know if I'll cover it right now, but we do also have a video on it too. How to draw hair tips you wish you knew earlier. This covers straight, curly, and like very, very curly hair, like an afro in this video. So you can check that out. Western style like Marvel or DC. I would say like, yes, I can do that if I like really tried hard on it. Actually, a lot of my work that I do, like personal work, is like more realistic. So I do stuff like this. This is my character. I drew a portrait of her. If it can only get a little bit lighter, but it's whatever. It ain't gonna show up. It ain't gonna show up. Whatever. I do that quite a lot. These are some portraits that I've done, studies. So this is stuff that I do. Is it DC Marvel? No, but I could definitely try it if I studied it. Do you mean Western style is more hard to draw? Not necessarily. It's just different, yeah.
You mentioned Discord. Is a link available? Yeah, there's a link on our profile. You can also just go to here. You can get it from there. I don't personally have any interest in drawing like Western comic style. Yeah. I don't find it particularly that interesting to draw.
I find it. I've seen a lot of comics. The draftsmanship is
yeah. It's amazing.
Great. It's amazing.
I also don't want to be an astronaut. It's hard to do, you know. But like, very defined muscles.
Yeah, very defined.
I think there's a lot to learn from it, though. I would love to go study under someone who does that.
Yeah, like I definitely think I can learn some like fun tips and how they like stylize things.
But like it's all foundation, right? It's perspective, dimensional drawing, figure drawing, anatomy, design. It's all the same skills, just applied in a slightly different way. You know, you go talk to any Marvel artist, like they're good at figure drawing. They're good at perspective. They're good at dimensional drawing. You know, they're good at color theory. They're good at lighting, composition, design, paneling. Like those foundational skills that are used in like every medium. Which gives enormous flexibility. There's a lot of artists who change industries. You're not locked into one once you go into one.
Loving my Huion, drawing on it right this moment. That's great.
Nice. How is everybody doing, by the way? What's everybody up to? Anybody new, like in the chat?
Yeah.
First time joining, hanging out? Anybody hanging out for the first time, just seeing what's up? CJ, Agony Prime. Awesome. Welcome. Good. Making dinner. That's
yummy.
Fun. Second time. Awesome.
Second time. That's great.
Noise. Y'all are great teachers. I've learned a lot. I'm glad that I'm glad you've learned a lot. Appreciate it. I am first time catching a live, actually. Awesome. Maybe my third time. Super awesome. Glad you're here. Welcome. Yeah, if you're interested, we do have a Discord server. We announce when we go live. There's we'll do OC drawing occasionally, maybe even tomorrow. It is Friday, isn't it? We'll probably do OC drawing tomorrow, which is like when you submit your characters in the Discord server and they get randomly rolled to get drawn for free live on stream.
Yep.
So if you're interested in that,
that's
we do it. We're gonna be doing it tomorrow during stream.
Yep.
Yeah, you can join the Discord server there on the linky on our profile or that card. Awesome. Third or fourth time here. Sick.
It's great.
Finish coloring Ray. Time to color Miki. Nice.
Yippee!
First time. Awesome. Yeah, you know, we teach art, and if it is your first or second or third time, you probably already know by now that we are very focused on fundamentals and foundation. We are not a tip channel very much. We are a foundation channel with like an anime lean.
Yep.
We don't really teach tips. There are a lot of good tips. Not that tips are bad. We focus a lot more on foundation. Foundational skills like perspective, figure drawing, design, color theory, really putting a lot of emphasis on those underlying structures. And we do that, and we always will, because that's what we're passionate about. That's what our whole school is about.
Yeah. Just getting better and being practical about it. I would say like our program is very practical. Like we really designed it to make it like, here's how to actually get better without like the guesswork. At least when I design my assignments like that, I'm like, oh, this feels very like obvious what the next step is. And I'm sure that Colton has done that too. But I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, we do a lot of foundation focused streams. We did a perspective stream yesterday. Sometimes we even go into crazy extreme fisheye drawing as well.
Yeah. Foundation to build empires.
Yep, empire of OCs. I guess. That's awesome. Lovely Luna. Love to hear it. Can you rate my drawings? No, we don't rate drawings.
We don't rate drawings.
Helps to draw alongside other people. It really does.
What helped me to really understand shadows was like when you explained to me, Colton, that let's say you have a portrait, unless there was bounce light, the whole shadow would basically just be like black.
Yeah.
So like, let's say my face looked like this.
Yeah. Drawing using shadows is very similar to me like line work in a way. Like, whereas I'm thinking dimensionally and I'm just drawing the edges of things.
Yeah.
But instead of the edges of things, I'm just drawing the part where the light doesn't hit.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how do I know where the light hits? Well, it's like, study form drawing.
Yeah.
Form drawing, like, if you want to be able to draw using light and shadow, study how light, interacts with objects in 3D space. Practice your perspective, practice lighting, lighting calculations and all that kind of stuff. And eventually you kind of just get a lot better at going, yeah, if I had this, then it would leave a shadow like that.
Yeah. So like, I used to get so confused with like shadows because I was like, but there's so much stuff happening in the shadow. Like what's the deal with that? Well, basically this is what the shadow shape looks like without any like other reflection or light bouncing back into the shadow. If you were to get like, most portraits will have like multiple light sources. So what happens is this, the light will go into the shadow. Like there'll still be a shadow side, but you would start seeing more detail. Like things would start being more like visible.
If I sign up for the school, do I have unlimited access after completed? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you have it forever.
You have it forever.
It's lifetime access, so you can go through it as many times as you want.
So like this is essentially what happens when you're in like we're in a portrait setting and you start seeing like all these features are revealed because everything else is like filling in the shadow. That was a mind-breaking, like mind-boggling moment for me. With like organizing how shadows worked and stuff, and then there's like other deeper pockets of shadow. So like when I organized my paintings like this, it just became so much easier. I didn't have to like guess so much anymore.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know it is, isn't it? It's like a monster.
I love that. I gotta respond to all those fan arts later. Yeah, and also, if you get to school, you have access to the channels in the Discord server with all the other students. I don't actually know how many people are in there.
Over 100 now, I think.
There's why the heck do I can just go look at how many people have the anime art school role. How about that? Anime art school role 100, exactly 100 people with the role.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so you can join 100 other people. They post their homework and chat and stuff. Exactly 100 people in the channel with the role. That's funny. Did you see Kevin Romero's body stuff that he did recently?
I did not. Oh wow! Holy crap!
Yeah, he's working hard.
Awesome stuff. How much are the classes? $497 for the whole thing.
Yep.
Is the class on a
art
certain app?
college.
No.
No,
Well,
it's web based.
Yeah.
You can access it on your phone, your iPad, your computer,
mm-hmm.
and there's just like a video player. There's even like a phone app, but you can just join it from your phone browser as well. Wow, here's some of the homework that one of the students was doing. He's been doing studies.
This guy improved so much.
Yeah, he's been a student of ours for a couple of years.
He's taking note of
and
the
so
value
he's doing these nice value studies.
Mm-hmm.
Here's like the here's the value, the black and white. That's good. He works really hard.
Yeah, he does.
He's actually on our before and after page.
That's what I have him. That's what I have you guys do in the figure drawing painting class. It's so good. He's definitely done so well.
Y'all want to see his
very beginning.
His beginning work? Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Like it's insane.
We need like a
we
before
need to
and
get
after.
him in here. He's so busy drawing all the time that he never comes to stream. This is what he was doing in the beginning when we first met him.
How long ago do you think this was? Like
a couple
5
years. No, not 5. I haven't known
3?
him.
Maybe
2 maybe. I don't think he's been here for. There's no way. It's like 2. We didn't even publish any of our stuff like 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget.
Yeah, that's what he started with.
Yeah.
And this is something that he just posted recently, like yesterday at 10:22 a.m. He's doing these studies now. It's crazy. He's a really hard worker. Look at this, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is using his 5 value system. You love to see it. You love to see it.
I love it.
Absolute legend.
And it feels good.
5 value system, Mr. Ketsu Kev in the flesh. That's awesome. He's really following those directions.
Well, he's like obsessed. Wait, actually, those hand drawings
Homie,
from earlier
what?
were good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hand drawings, or I don't know where that is.
Here's a bunch of the student homework.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of student homework. I'm glad that they're going through the heads.
Where the heck is his hands at?
I thought it was up there.
Art share?
Here
It is.
There it is.
Here's his hands.
His
So he was doing all these hands recently as well. Just working his little tushy off, I guess. Anyways, we got to get him on sometime.
Yeah. I think when you have a dream that is like so powerful, you know, that's what helps a lot too.
How to turn on grayscale on my piece to work on value on Procreate. How do you turn something grayscale in Procreate?
I don't know.
You want to know the hack way to do it? You got to move this over.
Okay.
I'll show you the hack way to do it, all right?
Hack way.
New layer. Go black. Fill the entire layer with black, all right? So you want a completely black layer filling the entire screen. Then you go to
N,
the layer settings, and you turn it to, go all the way down, and you go to color or saturation or hue. So, you know, you can just go to saturation, and it will turn anything below it black and white. This is like the old school black and white way. I don't know how to do it another way. Honestly, I don't really care that much. And then you just turn the layer off. It's in color. Turn the layer on. It nukes all the saturation.
We have a command on Photoshop that allows us to just like change back and forth.
It's
you know?
Photoshop. It's dot gain 20%.
Yeah.
And you just press Control Y, and it turns everything black and white. But that used to be the old school way, to just fill a layer with black and set it to color. But I don't know another way. I'm sure there's some fancy way that the kids are using these days to turn their art black and white.
Yeah.
I don't really care that much if it works. If it works, it works. And you could literally just like set up a hotkey to do that automatically. Maybe not in Procreate, but yeah. Although you do have to understand, like, you get better from a lot of practice, right? The school gives you the tools to practice, the lessons, the homework to get better. It's up to you to put in the practice. Like the improvement is going to come from doing the assignments a lot.
It is.
Look at baby Applejack.
Oh my gosh, his face. Cute cutie.
You were being a pest earlier, weren't you?
His paw like sticking up. So cute. Oh,
Cute.
stretchy hand.
How about that extreme kitty foreshortening?
Oh. What are you gonna do next, kitty? You're cleaning yourself in a feudal way, feudal manner. How does he not have hairballs with how much he sheds? I have no clue.
It's because all of his hair gets on me, not in his tummy.
Absolutely zonked, yes. So calming watching a kitty clean himself.
Yeah, knowing that he's literally not doing anything and all that hair is just going to end up on me anyways. It's going to end up on my desk. It's going to end up on my tablet. It's going to end up in my mouth and my eyes. And he can lick and lick and lick. It'll never solve the problem. A completely ridiculous game he's playing.
How did he not go bald?
How does Poppy not go bald, bro? The
Bro,
amount
I
of
don't
hair
know.
she rips out is insane.
It's been like 3 times today.
Crazy
Ridiculous.
kitty.
Yeah.
Applejack.
Applejack. Ooh.
So happy. Way too happy.
Way too happy.
Yeah.
As if that's a bad thing. Only reason I know I couldn't get a cat is because I could not handle all that hair. Get a Sphinx. I'm kidding. Those are very, very high maintenance. I heard, because it doesn't have that.
There's 3. You just live. It's
Yeah,
like
you
living
just
in
live.
Arizona, right? You just
You just live with
accept
the
the
heat.
fact that every time you go outside, you're going to be on fire. Like, it's just like, yep.
Yep, that's
Like,
Arizona.
you
Life
live,
in Arizona.
like, we have 3 cats, right? And so it's like, I just accept the fact that I live in hair.
I live
It's
with
just
hair.
extra protein in my drink and my food at this point. I've given up. Oh, yeah. And also, buy cups with lids, preferably cute cups
Cute cups.
with lids. This is a lifesaver. 100% worth every penny. No outfit is complete without pet hair, literally.
It's so funny. Maybe we should just get an all-white wardrobe so nobody can ever see the hair.
No, his name's Applejack because
A cereal.
he was dropped off in a box in front of the rescue with 7 other cats, and they named all the cats after cereal. So there was Raisin Bran and Captain Crunch, and he was Applejack's. And so we just continued to call him Applejack. Neither of us
his
watched My Little
name-
Pony.
If his name was Captain Crunch, that'd be kind of funny, honestly.
Captain Furball, I don't even know.
You know, Miki with a low ponytail would be kind of cute.
Do it.
Makes her look more mature.
Absolutely zonked. By the way, we're going to be doing a really long live stream on December 23rd.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a bunch of fun events like OC drawing your OCs, and all kinds of fun stuff. Probably like character design challenges on stream and stuff. We haven't really decided exactly. And then at the end of stream, we're going to have our big Secret Santa show. We're going to have our big Secret Santa show. 133 or something people joined, and we're going to have a big show when they submit all of their artwork. They're all drawing pictures for each other, and it's really fun. So if you want to go, if you want to do something, December 23rd, and we also stream a lot as well. Yusuke Marata live drawing Fubuki Punch Man. Now that's a video that I need to save to watch later.
Is that like the actual artist?
I don't know. I think so.
Wow.
Is that who it is?
Do you critique the homework from your art academy?
No, not in the anime art school version, but we do have mentorship programs available where we can critique your work.
Mm-hmm.
Christina does mentorships, and I do mentorships.
I actually just finished with a student today.
Yep.
That was my last week
today as well. Was it?
Yeah, it's my last.
It was Lindsay's last week.
It was Lindsay's last.
Lindsay, are you still here? No, not the homework for the art anime art school. Lindsay.
I think she did very good during the mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
Very engaging student.
What's today's topic? Right now, complete and utter brain rot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I really want to start getting into creature design. What?
I thought it was kind of interesting where some people would like draw the shadow part of the hair as like a lighter value. I think that is actually kind of interesting. Anyways.
Yeah. I mean, if the shape is right.
Yeah, if the shape is right.
And Toby sticks his foot, Maru. Toby sticks his foot and drinks. I have him on camera. He literally does not even care.
Yep.
He just directly goes up and does it. He sticks his foot in cups. And he sticks his foot in. He goes. And then he sticks it right back in. Licks it. Shakes it off. Puts it back in. Licks it. Shakes it off. The floor gets all wet.
Here's the brush that I use for this drawing and for basically every drawing on stream. Are you doing all coloring on some layer? Yes, I have a separate layer for the coloring, and I have a layer for my line work. Same layer? Yeah. My line work is on a different layer. My color is all on the same layer. Apple? What you doing?
You know you're not supposed to do that. Hey! He's messing with our sound panels again. Look at him. Now he's like, I wasn't doing anything. I was just licking myself. You guys don't want me to clean. Is that it? I on to you. Hey.
Poppy,
I'm on to
when we point at her with all of our hands, she like shrinks back. She's like, she knows what it's like.
And she goes. He don't even care. He's like, okay, point at me. It'll just make me stronger. What would you do if you're a pigeon? Probably wake up pretty early. I definitely move to a city with good food, right? Like a lot of food that gets thrown away. Something that's not like Arizona or like Phoenix, because like if I was a pigeon, why would I move to like a hot city, right? Doesn't make any sense. I'm going to be out all the time. I wouldn't move to a super cold city, probably. Something in California, you know. Some maybe even like, yeah, a city where a lot of people are off and drop food. I'd honestly probably move to maybe like Orlando, Disney World.
Oh, Disney World's a great.
You'd have a lot of competition.
Yeah.
But you just have to like
Guaranteed
I'm sure you could be like a much bigger bully than most of the other pigeons, especially if you're like conscious of being a pigeon.
The pigeons out there are hardcore.
Yeah, live in Disney World, exactly. And so we go to Disney World or Disneyland, you know.
It's a dog eat dog world.
If I'm closer to California, maybe I'd try out Disneyland. Disney World.
Disney World.
For sure. Like, I have it all planned out. Like, you don't think I've thought about this before? I have.
How about I just, if I were a pigeon, I'd probably find a very nice lady that could take me in as a pet and give me a diaper.
Yeah.
And feed me all the time. That's a pigeon.
Someone named Sleepy Pigeon. Shout out to one of our mods, Sleepy Pigeon, who has 2 pet pigeons. But yeah, I mean, Start a pigeon gang?
Okay. A pigeon society.
Bro is licking.
Pigeon warfare.
Yeah.
Pigeons are dumb. Funny though. They can be pretty funny.
Am I a pretty pigeon?
Yes.
If you guys can be in any anime, which one would y'all choose?
Laid Back Camp.
Laid Back Camp.
Laid Back Camp.
It's soft and comforting.
I want to watch it again.
What other anime y'all think I would want to be in? Like some psycho anime like Chainsaw Man or something? Get out of here, bro. I would be in like the coziest comfort anime.
So I can live peacefully and not have to worry about. Bro, if you were in Alien Stage, you'd die. You'd have to compete against like literal idols.
What anime is that? Laid Back Camp is a cute anime about camping.
Yes. Cute girls camping together, making food together, and just chilling and having fun and cute.
And there's a Miki, and there's a June.
There's a Miko.
And there's a Miko. For sure.
If you find being enslaved by aliens thrilling, sure.
If you're into that.
If you're but I was gonna say, I would love to be in Cardcaptor Sakura, but no, I don't want to because, bro, the stuff that Sakura gets herself into with a bunch of the magic stuff.
But there's no risk.
That's true. There's no risk, and it's a cute world.
Cardcaptor Sakura would be cute. But the thing is, it's like it's just Japan, right? Like, would you know Sakura, or would you just exist in that world?
I would
which
just
is
exist.
just like a fictional city in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Where's she from?
Tomoeda.
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 Okay. Yeah, if you could live in an anime, which one would you like? I would say, like, if I was feeling crazy, I'd say something like, oh man, like Cowboy Bebop. But then I'd be like, well, I would just be like some like super poor, like Cowboy Bebop is basically just like the real world, except the real world has like less cool stuff. It's like, you know, tons, like it's like this
sick
ultra poor, ultra rich world.
We're already living in the Hunger Games, chat.
We literally just live in the dystopian future that it has none of the fun stuff. No, none of the fun stuff, but like lacks a lot of the fun stuff that people want.
See, like if people had good housing, good, you know, grocery bills, and lived in a cyberpunk world, fantastic. That'd be so good.
Like up cyberpunk or down cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
It's like rich cyberpunk or poor cyberpunk.
Like, exactly.
I need to get this before off my screen. At least we have Anime Art Academy. Anime Art School. Anime Art Academy is different.
Yeah.
That's some other people.
I'm surprised at how many people actually do say that name, though.
It's, Gintama. You know...
Gintama?
Fair enough.
It would be kind of cool to be in a Kenichi world.
Such a
good anime.
Who's seen Kenichi, History's Strongest Disciple? It's goated. It's so good. It's like one of those slept on shows that actually has a really good story. It's so fun to watch.
It's so fun. I was just binging it all the time.
What about Food Wars?
Okay.
No risk. You just cook all the time. It's like Art Center for food.
Yeah. I was going to say a center for ants, but I was like, wait a second.
That's like a center for ants?
Yeah. Yeah. What other animes?
Depends if I could pick my stats. You know, that would be true.
That would be pretty true.
I haven't seen a lot of Gintama. I think when I was like in high school, I saw like 40, 50 episodes of it. I remember Kagura and Gintoki. Is that his name? The white-haired guy?
Oh,
it's
funny.
funny.
I thought his name was Gintama.
What was his name?
I have no idea.
Was it? I don't know much about the lore of that. There's like a lot of lore behind that. GS Food Wars, but I'll be an ant side character. I would live in Pokemon. Pokemon's pretty
Pokemon's pretty
good.
fun. Yeah, it's pretty chill. Unless you're Team Rocket, you know, then you're always suffering.
You know what? I want to watch Chainsaw Man again.
You want to watch Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, we
again?
binged it, didn't we?
We did.
It had to be good enough to binge it.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy.
What?
Nothing. Just looking at your eye and stuff, and I was like, whoa, their forehead and her eyelid like comes and overlaps the bridge of her nose. And...
Is there a chibi tutorial? There is a chibi video on our YouTube channel, and there's a chibi art class, which is also on our website. Drawanime.com. This will include our anime art school and our chibi art class. Like our chibi art class, you can find it there. But yeah, we do teach some chibi sometime. Our YouTube channel is a Draw Anime Academy on YouTube.
Solo leveling for me. But in solo leveling, isn't it like canon that it's really difficult to like move up ranks or get powerful? Or would you just be like a random OC, a random civilian
OC.
that a random civilian that just has like a demon portal appear like in front of their house and you just die?
Yeah.
Because like that's probably what would happen, right? I don't really remember solo
depends on,
leveling
like,
very much.
Do you come into the anime world as like an OP person,
Yeah,
or
I
like
mean,
as a normal person? You know.
I would assume it's like normal. You wouldn't be the protagonist, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's like insane. Like you would literally, you could just choose pretty much any anime, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
For the most part.
I'd rather be a normal person than an OP person.
It's hard to survive in solo leveling, I would assume. No, you just come in as an NPC. I thought so.
Sorry, I sneezed on you.
See, like, I would go, oh, Dragon Ball, but then I'd be like, wait a second. I don't want to get my planet destroyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Or...
most of these worlds have a lot of high risk.
You say, like... yeah, there's, like, a lot of really high-risk stuff in anime. You gotta, be, like, pick and choose, right? Like, I would go safety zone with, like, okay, solo camping.
Laid back camp. Yeah.
Do you want to play high risk, high reward? Like, what are the odds that you actually spawn in as somebody who's like OP? So low.
Actually, I would even say
such a low chance, huh?
I was even saying like Shangri-La Frontier wouldn't be a bad
That's
idea.
Fun.
Wouldn't be a bad world to
Hold
be in.
up. You know, my buddy here, Christina, just suggested Shangri-La Chronicles?
Frontier.
I thought that was the game inside
Oh,
of
then probably... maybe it is Chronicles. I don't know. You gotta search it up.
Yeah. Sick VR games.
Oh, campfire cooking would be pretty good, too. Well, maybe. Well, if you were the main character, then
If
yes.
you were the main
If you were the main
character.
character, then yes, it would be pretty good.
I want to spawn into Dry Anime Academy with Miki and the gang and
Yeah.
go to school for art.
Oh, that'd be cute. I want to Dry Academy anime someday.
We should make it
maybe
like
we should
Food
just make
Wars,
it a
like super intense art school,
super intense art school.
where people are like, nah.
Like
Like, they get kicked out.
That would be kind of funny, honestly.
That would be good. You just come in as an NPC. Yeah, we got my buddy, the side eye, my buddy Christina, my wifey Christina.
I'm gonna say my wife.
This is the thing though. You're already my wife, right? So you just earned the title of my buddy, like
Boy buddy.
on top of being the wife, right? So like you're an honorary buddy. Like I'll say, oh yeah, my buddy like Dan. It's like my buddy Christina. Like we hang out like the boys.
Okay, fine. I guess I can be one of the boys for once.
One of the boys for once.
I'm not on any I don't have any guy friends. You're my only guy friend.
Silly.
I love your belly.
I need an ice cream cone. What world?
Anime world? Which anime world?
I'm ready. Wait. Why? What's with the SpongeBob stuff on TikTok?
Yeah, I don't understand. You know, chat, You all may not know this for those who are new, but I have an obsession with cute frilly dresses, drawing cute frilly dresses. So every now and then I will indulge myself with drawing this stuff. Which I don't really do these days as much.
Into the thick of it. Hello, I remember you.
Oh, hey. That's such an iconic name that we have to remember it, you know?
One as we speak. I think that's a sign. Yeah, people do have iconic names.
And what I would do is I would just layer frills upon frills. I'll do small frills, big frills. Small frills, big frills. Small lace, big lace. And then let's do a little ribbon here.
You remember me, Mom, Dad?
Wait, who is...
Well, wait, Colton, what about
Who are you
what
anyways?
about Railgun? Would you be in Railgun?
Let's investigate this person's profile, all right? I love clicking on people's profiles. All right, this is their TikTok, Christina. Look,
Okay.
we're going to judge.
I'm gonna judge.
Bro, we got so many stinking
This is into the
TikTok
thick of it?
notifications. This
Hey.
is into the thick of it. We got
Okay.
some videos uploaded. Okay.
My computer, my laptop didn't let me log in. Uh-oh.
That's crazy. Got my first couple commissions. Oh my gosh, congrats.
Okay.
Let's go.
Congrats. Can't use my...
Yeah, you do Katsua.
Katsu has some pretty cute designs.
I can't use my like rock on my phone. So you're the reason we get so many likes on stream. I knew it. Like I legitimately already knew this, but like I'm acting like I didn't know it. Like what? I knew it. I knew something was up. Pompoof, you're artificially inflating our likes on stream.
Not that we're complaining.
Not that I'm complaining. My like rock?
It's a rock that she uses to like the stream.
Does it just sit on the keyboard?
I think so.
That's crazy, bro. That's technology is way too advanced for my mortal comprehension. Rock. Well,
Gonna head off. Wait, I need to finish this lace thing first.
that's fun. I'm gonna head out to get an ice cream cone, bro. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And I gotta
Tinkle!
Oh, Colton, I was gonna ask you, what about being in the world of Railgun? Because you love the anime so much.
that's fun.
If you were the girl.
I would be a level 0, bro. I'd be a level 0 loser.
You guys help me relight my fire. Thank you. We really appreciate that.
Wait, that would be cute. It's not like it's risky.
Yeah, it's not risky as long as you stay out of harm's way in all those events.
That's crazy. As long as I can be a girl.
Yeah, as long. Colton would one of his main dreams is to be an anime girl because he doesn't care about anime guys at all unless it's Toma from Railgun or Index. That's the only, like, probably one of the only guy characters that he actually likes, and myself included. I don't generally like guy characters very much. He likes the guy from Chainsaw Man, Denji. I think it's Denji. He is funny. He is actually pretty funny. He's like a chaotic, he's like a chaotic funny. So I actually do give him a pretty good one. One Piece character is actually pretty good too. Yes. My favorite. What? What? Frankie? Oh, Frank. Bro, I couldn't hear the F. Frankie, yes. Frankie is one of our favorite male characters. One of my favorite male characters. I think he's actually the one that got me to really like delinquent type characters. Just so good. So good. Okay, if Maddie was here, don't tell Maddie this. For those, if you know, you know. I actually don't mind Reagan Arataka from Mob Psycho. someone who knows Maddie will probably be like, "Oh my gosh, they finally watched Mob Psycho." Yeah, we finally watched some of it. We're actually on season 2 right now, but we haven't binged it yet. Tokyo Ghoul's my favorite main character, male energy somehow. Anyhow, yeah, Tokyo Ghoul. I heard the manga is pretty good. I actually did read some of the manga. I got a little bit like got the heebie-jeebies from some of it, but it's pretty neat. Really liked it. How is drawing kids different from adults? I'm struggling to drawing my OC's kids. Kids will have much shorter faces. They will have much cuter features, so that means bigger eyes, right? But like if your adult characters don't look, if your adult and children characters look the same, it probably means that maybe your adult characters don't look adult enough. Does that make sense? I was gonna say I want a bite, but that's your precious ice cream cone.
You can have a bite if you want.
You sure?
That's, she calls that a bite. That's so small.
Because I don't want to waste your stuff.
Just have a bite, bro. You can have one of these. Like, we'll just get more. It's an excuse to get another box, bro.
I don't know. I like my waffle cone ice cream more, I think. It's good though. It's very good. So good.
Where's my bite? This is your bite. Watch how much I enjoy it.
I remember one of my dreams as a kid, because I was so inspired by Rose and Maiden at the time, and I still am, you know, subconsciously in my brain. I've always wanted to create my own, like, dolls or characters that would come to life and battle to the death. That was one of my, like, fun stories that I would imagine as a kid, and I would be like, I want to make my own doll characters. And so that's why I got, like, super obsessed with, like, this drawings kind of stuff.
There's an ice cream sponsored.
I wish, bro, because I want a lifetime supply of it.
Oh my gosh, bro. If I could get a sponsorship from Haagen-Dazs, I would get so many of these cones for free. I get so
fat.
So fat. 100%.
How do you guys not go crazy without shortcut remote? You know, we do have a shortcut remote, but I always never use it. I'm so used to just like not using a shortcut thing that I just don't even think about it. Bro, if there's anything that's like, if you know anything about us, we're very primitive with tools.
We just draw.
We just draw. Yeah, exactly.
Other people got all these fancy doodads and gizmos and stuff. I just draw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old school.
I'm old.
No!
No! Oh, you nearly rolled over it.
There's a chunk of the cone chocolate.
Colton will be like, see, like I'm also very old fashioned, like meaning like very primitive. Like I literally don't use any special stuff. Like I will literally, if I could, I would work off of a MacBook, an old MacBook with an old tablet, and I would be content. Colton is like, you need to get new stuff. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
And then I get it for her, and she's like, oh my gosh, this is
so
much nicer. What the heck?
Yeah, that's what ends up happening. That's kind of what it's like.
So good, bro. Why is this all messed up? Did someone like smash the box?
I don't know.
Ba 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 ba.
Aha.
I have to keep making her even smaller and smaller because I gotta fit her whole body in this. That's the only struggle.
Why don't you just crop it in the sides?
Because I have other demo stuff on here.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you just extend the canvas?
I did. But like, oh, I mean, yeah, I guess I could.
Why don't you just turn her sideways?
I mean, I could. But I feel like that'd be awkward.
I mean like this.
Yeah. You know what? Alright, fine. Okay, we'll do that. People are gonna be confused in the replay where they're like, why do they turn this one around?
About 3 people watch the replay.
Oh, yeah.
We'll survive. We can't squeeze out all of Miko's details.
No, we can't.
This is important stuff
It is.
to keep every juicy detail.
Every juicy detail. And I want her to have like cute little curls. I love drawing. You know, the only thing that I wish Miko had was longer hair, because you really can't do a lot like of styling with short hair like this. You can only kind of do so much. But I think this is good enough anyways.
This is the perfect weapon of flavor.
Wow. How long have you been drawing? For a very long time for the both of us. Love designing the dress. Thank you. I would think drawing details takes forever, but you make it seem effortless, you know? I think of detail as like, not detail, but more like accents. There really isn't all that much detail on this. It just looks like a lot of noise. So like for me, like I would think in big shape. So for instance, the sleeve is a big shape, right? Then I would say medium shape, which is I cut this sleeve. And then small shapes, which is like, oh, the lace on the sides. And then this. You know, that's the small shapes. And then here's a medium shape. And that's pretty much it. But it feels detailed enough because there's a lot of like variety happening that I don't really need to use a lot of lines for it.
It's like structural.
Yeah.
If you have the underlying structure, adding details is relatively simple.
Mm-hmm.
So Christina makes the structure of the outfit, and then she decides where she wants to put like details and like complicated things.
Mm-hmm.
Large shapes break into smaller shapes, break into smaller shapes.
Mm-hmm.
And it can pretty much go to infinity.
Yep. It's like I can go and say like, oh, maybe this has a bunch of this texture on it. It wouldn't really affect the overall vibe, so I could just add it in here. You know, gives a little bit of extra stuff. But not only that, but like I'm also treating these details as super rough. Like I'm literally like just going like it just looks like there's a lot happening. So all right, maybe I'll color her.
Art is very process driven. Very, very process driven. Starting with underlying structures, working big to small. Big relationships to small relationships.
Yeah.
That is
Big
it's a very good process to use.
It works even for like coloring and stuff. Everything goes from big to small. This song always reminds me of not Cookdo, the cooking game, the
Overcooked.
Overcooked. Yes.
What time is it? 8:30?
It's 8:30.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sure.
I'm ready to
No
wrap up.
problem.
All right, chat. I still have some juice left. I'll finish that later.
Yep. Maybe I won't color this tonight then. There's some other time.
All right, chat. Thank you for hanging out and showing up.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun. You know, we've been live for about 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah. Pretty good on tutorials though. Don't forget,
Yes.
chat. If you want to study the fundamentals of art, you can check it out
Yeah.
at Art School.
You want to learn those pesky fundamentals? The only thing keeping between you and you know, like professional level artwork
And
fundamentals.
designing your characters and stories
Yep.
is
Fundamentals, rigorous application of those same exact fundamentals. So, you know, figure drawing, design, the anatomy, which is not super important, clothing and costume drawing, character design, perspective, lighting, color theory, like learning the actual process behind creating detailed, complicated artworks with a really solid underlying structure.
Yep.
You can check it out. We built a school for it. It's called Anime Art School. That's the site. You can take a screenshot of it and check it out if you want.
Yep.
It'll be the yellow button on our site. You'll know you're there because you'll see all of our characters lined up at the top, and it says Anime Art School.
Yep. Oh, we could also change it to the Christmas layout now.
Yeah, it's still the Halloween one.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for showing up. And we will be live tomorrow.
Yeah.
Saturday.
No,
Not
it's
Saturday.
Friday.
Friday. Yes. Yeah, we'll be live tomorrow, and we'll hang out and do some fun stuff and everything.
See you later, chat.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good night. Wow, perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
See ya.